Melissa. How's it going? Have you finished work already?
Hey, Stacy. I'm still at it. What's up? If it's not urgent, can it wait?
Oh, you're so pathetic.
Excuse me?
Always grinding away at work, you know. You're a workaholic.
None of your business. I work because I want to, you know. If you just want to make fun of me, I'm out.
Chill, don't get all uptight. I want to ask you a serious favor today. Can you spare a minute to hear me out?
What is it?
I need to borrow your yard this Sunday. Just for a day, please. Pretty please.
Wait, what? Why the yard?
I'm planning a barbecue with my mommy friends.
Barbecue?
Your yard is huge, so it's perfect, you know. And it's a safe neighborhood, so we can let the kids have a blast playing around. So, can we borrow it for a day?
Sorry, no.
What? Why not?
I don't feel like explaining, but the yard's off limits.
You're so lame.
I don't care what you say.
It's just for a bit.
Then let me ask you, why specifically my yard? There are plenty of parks or open spaces where you can have a barbecue freely, right?
Sure, there are lots of options, but it's a hassle to go far, you know. Most places with amenities cost money too. Your place is nearby and free to use with a fridge and water.
I see. You want to use it because it's close and free. Then why not ask another friend with a yard? Don't you have a bunch of friends?
None of them has a big yard like yours. I'm in a rented apartment, so no place for barbecues. Please, just this once, let us use it.
You're always so pushy. Because of you, I've been through a lot. The yard's off limits, no exceptions.
Huh? Did I do something wrong?
I don't let you say you don't remember. Just the other day, you brought your kids over to my place. You let them make a mess of my curtains and furniture, and you didn't even bother to stop them. Remember?
Oh, that? Kids will be kids. No need to sweat the small stuff.
They are already 6 and 4 years old. You should teach them right from wrong, you know.
You don't have kids, so you don't understand the struggles of parenting.
Chris came by to apologize the next day. He looked ashamed, you know.
He's overreacting as usual. I didn't mean to cause that much trouble.
So, I can't allow ill-behaved kids to run wild in my yard. I have a vegetable garden there. I don't want the veggies I've grown with care to get ruined.
It's just veggies. And having a hobby like gardening sounds so old. It's hilarious.
Anyway, my yard's off limits. Try somewhere else.
That's why you're still single, you know.
Huh?
You're almost 40, right? You're not even married yet and living in a big house alone. You might boast around being a successful career woman and how much you're making. But that's not attractive at all as a woman.
Oh, I see. I really don't care what you think of me.
You're so cold. You lend your yard to others.
Excuse me?
I know about it. You invite friends over and have parties there, don't you? Why lend it to them but not to me?
Well, I invite work-related people over sometimes. That's not the same as lending the yard for a party.
It's basically the same if you're inviting someone over. Oh, I get it. You're jealous of me, aren't you?
Huh?
You're obvious because I'm married and have kids. You act out of jealousy, right? It's your fault for not getting married. Yet you're taking it out on me. It's embarrassing.
Stacy, I need to go now.
Oh?
Doesn't sound like a serious topic. So I better get back to work now.
Hold on a sec. You left me in the yard, right?
I already said no.
Oh, come on. I've already messaged all my mommy friends to gather at your place.
Without my permission? No means no. You better tell them.
Then you find another place for us.
Why me?
Since you're being unreasonable, it's only fair for you to arrange an alternative place, right? Of course, you'll foot the bill for rent.
You're crazy. Why do I have to sort out your barbecue plans?
We're family, you know. Are you okay to disappoint your niece and nephew by canceling the barbecue?
I don't have time to entertain you. I'm out.
Wait up, Melissa! Jeez, you're such a heartless woman. We're supposed to be family. Don't think you have a say in this. I'm definitely gonna have a barbecue in that fantastic yard one way or another. Hey, Melissa, about the yard.
Nope, can't do it.
Darn it, I haven't even said anything yet.
You're gonna ask to use the yard again, right?
There's just nowhere else we can have a barbecue. We won't make a mess, I promise, so let us use it.
I said no.
Seriously? You're so stubborn.
Is that all? I'm busy, so bye.
Wait! I didn't just message you about the yard this time.
What now?
I have this great idea.
Get to the point.
You're employed at the same company as Chris, right?
Employed? Yeah, I guess so.
It's kind of rare for siblings to work at the same place, don't you think?
Maybe.
If you don't listen to me, your position at work might get jeopardized, you know?
How?
You still don't get it! What if Chris spreads bad rumors about you? That you're the kind of person who's jealous of her sister-in-law and bullies her. Would it be okay for you to be known as an abusive person?
I don't recall ever being jealous or mean to you. And I can't imagine Chris bad-mouthing me in the first place.
You never know, right? He's completely enamored with me and listens to everything I say. So, if I cry and complain, he'll do anything. Then your reputation at work might tank. Despite you trying to be a career woman, you might not even be able to get ahead in your career.
Oh, really? Do whatever you want.
Are you sure about that? It might be better for you to lend the yard before you regret it later, don't you think? Bad rumors spread fast, you know. Not my fault if you cried later.
Do you really think you can scare me with that? I doubt Chris would take your side. And I won't lend you the yard no matter what you say.
I'm dead serious. If you won't cooperate, I'll ask him to ensure if the CEO hears about your bad rumors.
Sure thing. Go ahead and try.
Why are you so confident? Never mind. You're really gonna regret this, you know. Hi, Melissa. Chris told me that you've been away on a business trip since yesterday. Your place is empty all day today, right? So, basically, it means you've come around to the idea of lending me the yard. Even though you seem strict, you're actually kind to your family. I love that about you. Or maybe you didn't want bad rumors floating around at work. Unlike me, work is everything to a single woman, right? So, I'm gonna borrow your yard now and have a barbecue with my mommy friends. Workaholic is probably still at work right now, huh? Even on a Sunday, hats off to your dedication. We are having a barbecue at your place right now. Such a bummer you're not here. If you just agreed to lend it while you were at home, I would have shared a piece of meat with you. Oh well, too late now. By the way, we helped ourselves to a bunch of veggies from your garden. Fresh harvest tastes amazing. Having a barbecue using someone else's ingredients is the best. Oh, the kids made a bit of a mess. But they're still little, so you'll forgive them, right? And also, when you get back from your trip, can you pay $3,000? I realized we needed more meat, so I went to the local butcher and got some premium meat. Also, ordered some pizzas for delivery and got some drinks and snacks. It all added up to $3,000. I'm sorry you have to pay for something you didn't even have a bite of. Since this is your place, you should cover the expenses, you know. Well, you live in such a big house. $3,000 is nothing, right? I covered it with my credit card for now, so you better pay me back later. Okay, back to grilling more meat. Stacy? Oh, Melissa, what's up?
Are you serious? Having a barbecue at my house?
Of course, we are all having a blast right now. Too bad you couldn't join us.
Unbelievable! Using my house without my permission.
But you left your house empty, so it's like giving us permission to use it, right?
I've told you a gazillion times no, right? How did you even get inside?
How? Just enter through the gate normally.
It was locked.
Well, I kinda had to break it, but you know, no big deal.
You broke it?
Come on, it's not a big deal. You provided the space but locked it up. It's your fault, isn't it?
I didn't offer you anything. I've said no every time you've asked.
Oh, here we go again. You didn't want bad rumors at work, right? That's why you let us use it.
That too. I've told you I don't remember doing anything bad.
Oh, it's almost time to wrap up. You better pay back the $3,000 I covered by tomorrow.
I will not.
And also, you'll have to do all the cleanup once you get back.
What?
The kids are getting tired and cranky now. We have to leave soon. We don't have time to clean up.
You're seriously unbelievable.
Sorry, we made quite a mess. We are leaving the rest to you. Make sure to clean the grill too, okay?
Listen, Stacy.
What now?
Do you even know whose yard you're having this barbecue in?
Huh? Whose yard? It's yours. We are family, so it's all good, right?
Yes, Chris and I are family indeed. But that's not just it, you know.
Yeah, I get it. You guys are also co-workers. So what?
Geez, haven't you heard anything from him?
What do you mean? Why all the mystery?
Don't you know that's actually the house of the CEO?
Huh? CEO?
Yeah.
I don't get it. This is your house, not the CEO's.
Which means the CEO is actually me.
What?
If you don't believe me, ask Chris. Or check the company website. You'll see it's true in a second.
No way! That can't be true. You're the CEO of Chris's company?
This is weird. Seriously? You don't know anything? I thought he explained everything to you.
Oh, maybe. He said things weren't going well with job hunting when he was about to graduate from university. So he ended up getting employed by a company run by a family member.
Well, that company is mine. Looks like you weren't really paying attention.
I mean, it's unbelievable that you're the CEO. I just thought you are a regular colleague.
Unfortunately, we are not just colleagues. I'm the employer and he's the employee.
Oh my God!
I'll be heading back there tonight.
Okay.
According to the neighbor who called me, it seems like you've been causing quite a ruckus in the neighborhood.
Because a lot of kids are here, so it might get a little noisy, you know?
But it wasn't just the kids. The adults were quite loud too, drinking and making a scene, singing and screaming. You messed up my garden and threw trash into the pond. Heard it was quite chaotic.
What? Well, you see, Melissa, could you not mention this to Chris?
Huh? You didn't tell him about having a barbecue at my place?
If I did, he would have nagged about causing trouble for you.
So, all that talk about spreading rumors about me through him was just a bluff.
I thought if I scared you, you'd listen to me.
Wow, I'll have to tell Chris everything.
Wait, please!
Then, can you come up with compensation for the damaged yard? You're a housewife with no income, right? So, he would be responsible for the money.
But wait! I mean, I'll figure it out somehow.
Given the landscaping that needs redoing, it's probably impossible for you to compensate on your own. I'll assess the situation and let you know the total cost. By the way, I think it's about time.
What? I hear a police siren.
It seems like the neighbor reported you.
For what? We were just having a fun barbecue.
She knows I wouldn't make that much noise to bother everyone around there. She got home about an hour ago and noticed I wasn't among the group. She called me right away and found out you were there without my knowledge. Since it was trespassing, she decided to report it. Well, I think you've got a big issue now, huh?
Uh-oh! The cops are right outside the house!
Well then, speak later.
Wait, Melissa! Melissa! Melissa?
Yes, Stacy? I just finished work and I'm about to drive home. I don't want to speak to you, so can you just text me? And make it quick.
What's this invoice?
Invoice?
Yeah, a $20,000 invoice I got from you.
As you can see, it's for the landscaping cost.
$20K for that? That's way too much.
It's not overcharging at all. I think I mentioned it before, but because you messed it up so badly, I have to almost completely redo it.
I can't afford to pay this much, you know.
Then you'll have to get someone else to cover it for you.
I asked Chris, but instead of just agreeing, he asked for a divorce in return.
Well, that's understandable.
Hey, please do something about this. There's no way I can live alone. I've only been a homemaker my whole life. Finding a job now and working is just impossible.
That's not really my concern.
I can't pay $20,000, and I absolutely don't want to be divorced.
Seems like you have no choice but to pay and get divorced, though.
Melissa, please just let this slide. I won't use your yard without your permission ever again. Please persuade Chris to reconsider the divorce.
No way.
Why not?
I'm totally in favor of my brother divorcing a crazy person like you. So, work hard and pay the $20,000, okay?
I'm telling you I can't. Hey, Melissa! We're family! Spare me! Seriously!
My brother filed for divorce from Stacy. He covered the $20K for the landscaping costs in my yard. But he intends to collect that amount from Stacy herself. As a result of this incident, he seems to reflect on the fact that he had left parenting entirely up to her until now. He now has custody of the children and, with support from her parents, has decided to take responsibility for educating them properly. Stacy, who is now alone, reluctantly started working part-time for her livelihood. However, due to either a lack of skills or perhaps some issues with her personality, she can't hold down a job anywhere for long. I received a message from her the other day asking if I could hire her at my company. I politely declined and then blocked her. As for me, I've started dating a man I've been friendly with through work. We're considering tying the knot in the near future. After getting married, we plan to live at my place. As a CEO, I've lived for the happiness of my employees more than my own. Moving forward, I'm gonna prioritize my private life more.
Hey, Hillary! Did Dad tell you? I can't stop laughing. Michelle, I'm busy working overtime right now. What's the story? Are you still working? That doesn't mean anything to you anymore. What do you mean? What? You really don't know? Dad doesn't want you to take over his CEO position anymore. Oh, I heard about that. What about it? You're really frustrated, aren't you? Why are you acting so tough? It's not like that. But how can you not be frustrated? We're stepsisters who became a family when our parents remarried. I'm the one who's related to Dad by blood. I'll be taking over his position, right? Huh? You are 4 years older than me and the eldest daughter. But it's too unfair to steal my future like that. Besides, I'm prettier and more talented. I've contributed to the company as an executive since I started working. But you are still a section manager who works overtime daily to show off her hard work. I know you are trying hard to get her father's approval, but it's all in vain. I'm the one who deserves to take over the company because I am his real daughter. Dad finally understands that. Huh? Michelle, what are you talking about? It's true that I was removed as a candidate, but that doesn't mean you can be the CEO. Why don't you talk to Dad? Who else besides me? We are the only kids. We're both single, so one of us should take over. Are you trying to bully me because you cannot become the CEO? That's not what I meant. Ha! Oh well. You're going to the barbecue party this weekend, right? Yeah. It's a company get-together, right? Yeah. Dad will be there too. My guess is that he will have an announcement there. It's going to be a big party with board members, department heads, and their families. I'll let everyone know that I'm a better choice for the CEO. I can't wait. I don't think you should decide what Dad will do. Shut up! Dad asked you to set up the party, right? Yeah, I'll go shopping tomorrow. If there's anything you want, let me know. You're miserable. Why? I mean, he wouldn't ask the next CEO to set up the party. It's not a job for a section chief either. In other words, Dad thinks you're at the bottom of the pile. He treats you like a slave, not like his successor. That's not true. He trusts me and relies on me. I don't know. Well, we'll see. I'm going to wear a fancy dress. What about you? I'll wear something easy to move around. Oh, wow. Well, that's reasonable. You're just a woman with no ability who was dropped as a candidate for CEO, right? I win! I don't know what you want. I'm going back to work. Bye. Hey, wow! Oh my God, Hillary. I don't care if you're sad, but what's with the jeans and hoodie? It's a barbecue party hosted by our father, you know. The board of directors and all other superiors will be there. And the president of Company A will be here too. Company A is the biggest company in our industry. You don't know anything about TPO, do you? That's why Dad chose me as his successor. You might get dirty today while grilling meat, washing dishes, and doing other things. That's why you shouldn't wear something fancy like a dress. You don't understand, do you? An event like today is a rare chance to get to know the celebrities. Oh, I see. That's right. You are aware of your role in all this. My role? Yes! You are one of the servers today. I'll make sure the party goes smoothly as Dad asked me, but I don't think I will be a server. Then you'll be my exclusive server. What? That's all you can do, right? You need to take care of and entertain the employees, so you'd better listen to my orders. You should take care of your food. Huh? I'm going to refill the drinks, so if you'll excuse me. Huh? Hey, don't ignore me even though you're my server. You're such a loser. Hurry up and listen to me. Hey, Hillary. I was wondering where you were. Why are you chatting with the president of Company A? You should know your place. Don't you dare flirt with him. I should be the one who can talk to him, not you. He has a good impression of me after some drinks. Don't interrupt us. Get out of my way now. That's a good one. I'm seriously laughing so hard. Michelle, Don't you have anything else to say? I'm sorry I spilled my drink on you in front of him. My hand slipped. Your hand slipped? You did it on purpose, didn't you? I didn't do it on purpose. I saw a creepy loser flirting with the president of Company A. I was so disgusted that my hand slipped. I was just talking to him because he wanted to talk to me. Huh? That can't be true. You should just go home. You're going to be in trouble later. What? You're the one who's going to be in trouble. Don't you know what's going to happen after this? Dad said there was a surprise at the end. That's definitely an announcement that I'm going to be the next CEO of the company, right? Could it be that the president of Company A will also make an announcement? I guess the way I offered some drinks earlier was effective. So happy. Huh? He's been fidgety for a while. He was looking at me with passionate eyes. He's a handsome guy, and even though he's only in his 20s, he's a competent president. He'll be the perfect partner for me. Huh? Do you have a flower garden in your head? Poor old hag. No one will give you a second look. Dad dismissed you. The president won't even choose you. Oh, that's right. When I become a CEO, I'll fire you. Do you think you can do that? Of course. My orders are absolute. If you get fired, I bet you'll have a miserable life. No one will take a single loser over 30 years old. I hope you will have a somewhat happy life all by yourself. Come to think of it, your birth mother was also a single mother. She was on the street after her husband divorced her, right? She's now living a celebrity life thanks to my dad. But she's just a poor, incompetent old hag, right? I've been calling that woman my mother because of my father. But when I become the CEO, I'll kick you and her out of the house. I'm sure Dad will agree with me. I can't listen to this anymore. Suit yourself. Where are you going? I'm going to change. I don't want to look like a dork in my wet hoodie for my presentation later. You don't look good no matter what you wear. You're wasting your time. Why the hell? What was that? Is Dad's company merging with Company A? What the hell is going on? It's not a merger. It's an absorption. Dad will retire. All the employees will be transferred to Company A's divisions. They bought Dad's company. I don't care about those details. The point is, I can't be the CEO. That's right. Why didn't you tell me that? The others weren't surprised at all, so they must have known ahead of time. I was so excited you were eliminated as a successor, and I would be the CEO. I was the only one left out. I think Dad had told you. You either didn't hear things or you didn't want to. You tend to forget things immediately after hearing them, isn't that it? What? You said it was a surprise, so I was expecting it. I was betrayed. The surprise was the other announcement. I don't like that either. Why are you engaged to the president of Company A? It was a sign of friendship between the two companies. In short, a political marriage. I thought he announced it earlier. Did the flower gardeners not understand? It didn't look like a political marriage. He was all over you. He told everyone that you were his fiancé. I'll make her happy. What a surprise. It was like a wedding. At first, he and I both thought it was going to be a political marriage. But as we got to know each other, we realized that we were surprisingly similar. Before I knew it, it turned out to be true love. What true love? I'm the one he really loves. Because earlier he was looking at me with passionate eyes. He must have realized that I'm prettier, younger, and more capable than you. The engagement announcement was actually scheduled for another month or so. Huh? But since you've been so blatantly trying to get him, and what's wrong with that? There's no woman more suitable for his wife. He can't have alcoholic drinks. What? But you insisted. You poured some whiskey into his iced tea without permission. He would have been carried off in an ambulance if I didn't notice. What? I thought he was having some whiskey. I would have expected that at least it wasn't an alcoholic beverage. I thought he really liked me. Your behavior put him in danger. Your outrageous behavior toward me. To top it all off, you insulted my mother. Considering all of these, we moved up the date of our engagement. What is that? That's crazy. What does this have to do with the engagement announcement? I'm here to break it off with you. Huh? His mother is a single mother too. She's a wonderful person who helped him through college after divorcing her husband. He wanted to make his mother's life easier, so he started Company A. And now, it's one of the biggest companies in the industry. He couldn't tolerate you insulting my mother, who was in a similar situation. But he looked at me with passion. He was angry at you. Not passionate eyes, but angry eyes. Oh no! And you know how much Dad loves our mother? He's furious. It doesn't matter that you are his daughter by blood. No way! I mean, did you show him these messages? Of course. I needed to do this to move up the engagement announcement. I'd have to have a good reason for it. Oh no! Once we're married, I'm cutting off your family ties. I'll allow you to transfer to Company A, but you'll have to start over. You're going to go that far? I'm an executive at Dad's company. Starting from the bottom is just too much. You didn't even contribute to Dad's company. I mean, maybe the company would have been better off without you. Huh? What is that? My fault? You know, our business is so bad that it was absorbed by Company A, don't you? Well, I didn't hear anything about it not doing well. There you are again. What? What do you mean? Speak up. You were a board member, but you didn't do anything. You didn't even think about what you could do for the company. Having you at the top is just a waste. I heard that you never listened to Dad. Dad showed you mercy because you were his daughter, but now he's lost patience with you and wants you to start over alone. You should be thankful he didn't fire you. Oh no! Do I have to do chores? I'm not going to do that kind of bottom-feeding job. I'm the kind of person who has to be the president. Then you have to start your own business, don't you? You're smart sometimes. Then give me some money. What? I don't want to. Why not? I need capital to start a business, so you should lend me some. If you're going to marry the president of Company A, you can afford to do that. Even if I had the money, I wouldn't lend it to you. I told you I'm getting rid of you in the first place. What? Stingy? Say what you want. I won't allow you to do whatever you want. If he is taken, I'll just move on to the next one. Next? The son of our executive director. He's the president of a venture company. The son of the director? Right. Yeah, I don't think so. What? Why not? You had some pork ribs today, right? Oh, that one? That was disgusting. The executive director's son prepped the ribs. Huh? Employees' families were allowed to attend, so the executive director's son was there too. He wanted to bring something everyone could enjoy. The pork ribs were his specialty. He told me that someone in a fancy dress told everyone how disgusting the rib was. I think it was you. We were all dressed casually today for the outdoor barbecue party. You were the only one dressed like that. Well, he even saw you pouring a drink on me. I don't think he would be interested in such a woman. What? Before you look for a partner, you should think about your immediate life, don't you? Hey, Hillary, I'm sorry. I apologize. Can you lend me some money? Huh? I don't want to. I told you no before. Don't say that again. I quit my job, got kicked out of my parents' house, and can't rely on anyone. I have no money. I'll have no choice but to become homeless. You used to be an executive. You must have made some money, right? Didn't you save any money? I wouldn't expect Dad's company to disappear. I used my credit card to make purchases. I couldn't pay my bills and they stopped my credit card. Well, you deserve it. Oh no! You turned down the offer to transfer to Company A. You should be responsible for how you make a living. You marry the president of Company A, then you become a section chief? It would be too hard to work for you guys, wouldn't it? I absolutely hate that. Then you'll have to work somewhere else. You're young, you can do it. You know, I went to a few interviews. They all said I'd start from the bottom. I was an executive. That's no way to treat me. I turned down those rude companies. I see. I don't think you'll ever get a job then. Think about it. Which is better? Being homeless or starting your new career? Well, I'm about to have dinner with my husband. I've cut ties with you, so don't contact me again. Wait a minute, Hillary? I'll block you. Okay, bye. I blocked Michelle's number. My parents were the same way, and they also refused to help. Michelle started working because she didn't want to be homeless. However, she didn't change her attitude, and she resigned in less than a week after being scolded daily by a younger boss. I don't know what happened to her after that. I am working hard as a section chief at Company A, supporting my husband. I'm happy that I didn't take over my father's company because I can spend more time with my family. I am glad that it has settled down in this way.
Good evening, Sandy. Got some time now?
Tina, good evening.
It's been a while. How have you been?
Fine. It's unusual for you to contact me.
Well, you know, we exchanged numbers, but we never talked since then.
So, what's up?
Actually, I have good news. I thought I'd tell my sister-in-law about it.
A good news?
I got a job.
Oh, congratulations. Where are you going to work?
At a hotel. Star Hotel in front of the station.
Oh, the Star Hotel.
It's famous. You know that, right? Isn't it great? I got hired at the front desk of a luxury hotel. After I graduated from college, I couldn't find a job, so my family was worried about me. I'm glad I found a good part-time job.
What? Oh, it's a part-time job.
What? Is it bad to be a part-timer?
No, it's not like that. You've been working here and there for about 10 years. When you told me you got a job, I thought you finally got a full-time job.
They weren't looking for a full-time. Doesn't change the fact that I'm going to work. I've been living at home all my life, and my parents have been nagging me to get independent as soon as possible. I'm going to make a lot of money and live on my own.
That's a good attitude. I'll support your decision.
Tomorrow is my first day at work. I'm looking forward to it. Maybe someone famous will come. I'm beautiful, so I might get attention from a handsome celebrity. I might even be able to marry before having to live alone.
Well, it's not that easy, but...
Oh, are you jealous of me? Well, I don't think you will be able to pay to stay at my hotel or work for my hotel.
You don't think so?
Why would you? You didn't finish your high school. How could my brother marry someone like you? I can't even believe you dropped out of high school.
Are you talking about that again? I think I've explained this to you before. I had to drop out for family reasons. After that, I studied on my own and got a lot of certifications. I'm an independent woman now. You should not talk to me like that.
But you are still a dropout, and you always dress so plain and tacky. On the other hand, I have a college degree and I'm stylish and beautiful. I'm perfect for the front desk of a luxury hotel.
Tina, did you text to make fun of me?
No, I just wanted to tell you about my new job. I'm sorry I got carried away with my bragging. It must be upsetting to hear that your sister-in-law got a job at a luxury hotel.
No, I'm not.
But it is frustrating, isn't it?
Not at all.
You don't have to be so tough. Poor Sandy, inferior to her sister-in-law in every way.
I really didn't want to say this, but if you're going to make fun of me like that, I'll tell you something. I'm planning to stay at the Star Hotel this weekend.
What? You? My luxury hotel?
Yes, I am.
You've got to be kidding me. There's no way you are staying at my hotel.
I'm not kidding.
Maybe you heard I work at Star Hotel. Did you get frustrated and decided to stay there? The weekends are already booked. You can't get a room if you want to stay now.
Of course, I have already booked a room. About 3 months ago.
What?
If you think I'm lying, check the reservations tomorrow. There should be a twin room reserved under my name.
Oh no. Do you really have a reservation? But why are you staying at my hotel?
Because it's our 20th anniversary.
Are you staying with my brother?
Yes, we're both usually busy with work, so we decided to stay at a hotel and relax.
What's that? I haven't heard anything about that from my brother at all.
I see. Well, we're only staying one night.
That's terrible. I'm sure my brother knows I work there.
I guess he didn't think it was necessary to tell you.
Why not? We're siblings. He could have told me.
Ever since your brother and I got married, you have been picking on me every time we see each other. High school dropout, you're ugly, and so on.
Because you actually dropped out and you're ugly. You don't deserve my brother.
He's worried about your attitude. Maybe he decided to keep it a secret until the very last minute. He was worried about what you would do if you found out we were staying at the Star Hotel.
I was trying to save my brother.
Save him?
Because I feel sorry for him. He's stuck with a poorly educated bottom feeder. I can't believe you've been married for 20 years.
You're always unhappy with me.
Of course. I still want you to divorce him.
Unfortunately, we're still married. We're staying the weekend.
Hey, are you sure that you're okay?
About what?
The cost of the room. Our hotel costs $1,000 a night.
I know that, of course, because I looked it up and booked it in advance, but...
You knew that and you booked it? But you're so poor.
I'm poor?
Oh, I see. You're going to make my brother pay, aren't you? You're so selfish and said you wanted to stay at a luxury hotel anyway, didn't you? That's extravagant for a poor person. A cheap hotel for less than $50 a night is enough for those at the bottom of the pile. I feel sorry for my brother, who has to pay so much.
We're going to split the cost between us. And I'm not rich, but I'm not that poor.
Okay, you don't have to be so tough. I can tell by your outfit, you obviously don't have much money.
I just like simple clothes.
Are you really going to come to my hotel? Why don't you cancel it now and move to another hotel?
I'm not canceling. We're staying less than a week away.
That's not cool. If someone like you comes to stay here, it will ruin the prestige of this luxury hotel.
You're so rude to your guests.
I won't accept you as a guest.
Whatever. Anyway, I'm staying at your hotel with my husband. See you then. Tina, answer your phone.
Tina. Oh, hello. Are you in such a rush? Is something wrong?
Aren't you working at the hotel today?
I'm off today.
We just arrived at the Star Hotel and they told me my reservation had been cancelled.
Huh?
And since it was cancelled the day before, I was told to pay 80% of the cancellation fee. But I didn't cancel anything, so can you explain what's going on?
No, I don't want to explain.
It was you, wasn't it?
I don't know anything about it.
Please, be honest with me. You didn't like it when you found out I was staying there.
I don't know anything about it.
So do you think someone other than you cancelled the reservation?
I don't know. Maybe you thought you made a reservation, but you didn't. Maybe you made a reservation for another hotel by mistake.
That can't be true. I have a confirmation mail, and it was cancelled.
So I guess you should pay the cancellation fee and get out of here.
I don't remember cancelling the reservation.
Maybe it's an error in the reservation system. Either way, it can't be helped if it's cancelled. Why don't you find another hotel?
Even if I have no choice, I can't leave without a satisfactory reason.
Whatever. You're not a person who deserves to be in a luxury hotel in the first place. You should give up gracefully. To be honest, I don't care about your 20th wedding anniversary. My brother should break up with you sooner or later.
I see. It can't be helped. I'll check with the hotel manager.
Huh?
I asked the front desk staff. They said they didn't know why it was cancelled, and you don't seem to know anything either. We'll just have to ask the hotel's top management, won't we?
Hey. Don't do that.
Why not?
Because the manager is busy. You shouldn't call him up.
So you want to tell me the truth?
What?
Tina, you know, don't you? You know why my reservation was cancelled. If you don't say anything, I'll go directly to the manager now.
Okay, I did it.
Oh, you're so quick to admit it.
I did cancel your reservation, but don't get my manager involved.
Well, then why did you do it?
Because I couldn't let you come to our hotel. You do not have a status to stay at my hotel just because you're my brother's wife.
I see.
So don't ask my manager. Just go home, please.
That's not how it works.
Well,
you canceled the reservation that I made 3 months ago. It's not the right thing for hotel staff to do.
I didn't mean to do anything wrong. I canceled the reservation to protect the hotel's reputation. I did the right thing.
Then you're fired.
Huh? What do you mean? What do you mean I'm fired? Hey! Are you still sleeping? Please pick up the phone. Hey, Sandy!
Good morning, Tina.
Oh, you finally answered. I've been calling you all day. Why don't you pick up?
I'm so sorry. It's been a while since I slept without an alarm. I overslept.
Did you stay at our hotel by any chance?
Yes, it was very comfortable.
I thought I had canceled your reservation.
I was upset that someone canceled my reservation without my permission, but I asked the manager to fix it.
Oh no.
By the way, aren't you going to work today?
I was going to come to work, but I was told not to come anymore.
Huh?
I got fired.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. I knew you told the manager. I told you not to say anything unnecessary.
I didn't have to. The manager knew you were up to no good.
What?
After receiving a report from the front desk staff who were at work that day, the manager checked the security cameras. They caught you canceling the reservation without permission.
Huh? A security camera?
You just joined the company, so you didn't know about it?
I knew there were security cameras installed, but...
According to the manager, they recently installed a high-performance camera that allows you to clearly see what's going on around your hand and on your computer's reservation screen.
Oh no.
I mean, your entire crime was recorded. When I contacted the manager, he already knew everything.
But firing me just because of that is a bit much.
I don't think so.
First of all, you shouldn't have tried to stay at a fancy hotel. I wanted to help you, a poor person, not to waste your money.
What are you talking about?
Because what you're wearing is always so shabby.
What? Shabby?
You're always in your plain suits. You don't wear much makeup, and you don't wear any jewelry. You have no money, right?
I just like to dress simply. Jewelry gets in the way of my work, to be honest. I don't like to dress up too much.
Don't be so tough on me, you poor thing.
No wonder you're fired after all.
What?
You disrespect your regular customers and cancel reservations without permission. You did a terrible thing.
Regulars?
That's right.
You? No, right? Was my brother a regular?
I'm the regular.
Wait a minute, who are you?
I'm a business owner.
Huh?
I thought your brother told you. You don't know anything?
I just heard that you run your own company. My brother once told me that.
You assumed I was a poorly educated bottom feeder. I guess you didn't believe your brother's story, but I started my own business 10 years ago and I'm the president. I often use Star Hotel for both private and business use. I know the manager very well.
No way. I thought you were a low-paid office worker.
Well, when I started, I was underpaid, but I worked hard to get here.
I can't believe it. I can't believe you became a president.
Once you enter the workforce, your educational background doesn't matter much. In fact, you were a part-timer after you graduated from college. When I heard you were going to work at Star Hotel, I thought we'd meet at the hotel someday. Too bad you've been fired now, so we'll never see each other again.
Wait a minute. If you know the manager, will you ask them to consider it again?
Huh?
You got to stay at the hotel after all, didn't you? Then there's no problem.
I don't think that's possible.
Why not?
Even if I wasn't a regular guest, I wouldn't cancel a guest's reservation without permission. I don't think a luxury hotel wants to keep an employee like you.
I won't do it again. I'll let you stay at our hotel. Please, don't fire me.
You can't ask me what to do.
We're family.
I'm just a guest and I can't help you.
Please, do something about it.
I can't. Give up and find another job.
I don't want to. I just got a job at a luxury hotel. Sandy, please help me. Sandy, can we talk?
Hi, Tina. I'm at work. Can we do this later?
It's an emergency.
What?
I need to borrow some money.
What?
I've been looking for a job since I got fired from the hotel, but no one will hire me. I don't have a place to live, so I sleep at an internet cafe.
Oh, I see. I thought you were living at home.
They kicked me out. My mom and dad were really mad at me for what I did. They said I'm not their daughter anymore, and my brother ignores me. You are the only one I can rely on.
I'm sorry, but I can't help you either.
Why not? You're the boss, right? You could have lent me some money.
You haven't forgotten, have you? You disrespected me a lot.
But that's because I didn't know who you were. If I'd known who you were, I wouldn't have behaved like that.
Whether I'm the president or not, it's wrong to look down on people based on their educational background.
I apologize for making fun of you. I'm sorry.
If you're sorry, don't depend on others and do something on your own.
I can't do it anymore. I only have $10 on me right now. I'll have to sleep in the park tomorrow.
Good luck.
Sandy, you want your sister-in-law to be homeless?
It's your own fault.
That's right. Can't you hire me at your company?
What?
I don't care if it's a part-time job. I'll do anything.
I don't think so. Well, I've got some work to do, so I'll see you later.
Oh no, wait. If you won't help me, I'll really be all alone.
I'm going to block you now.
Wait, Sandy. Please, don't abandon me.
After that, Tina managed to find a day job. She continues to sleep at an internet cafe. According to my husband, Tina had been using her parents' money. Now that the whole family has abandoned her, she has no money to do so. She wears ragged clothes every day. She looks as shabby as if she were a different person. On the other hand, I am as busy as ever. My husband is very proactive in taking care of the house, which really helps me out. If I have a chance again, I would like to stay at Star Hotel as a couple and have a relaxing time.
Karen, I am Mary. From today, I am your mother. Make sure you listen to me. I want you to be my daughter and live your life accordingly. First of all, we're going to have a parent-child meeting. I want you to show up at our house in the next 3 days. Our house meaning your father's house. You know where it is, right?
Excuse me? Who are you?
I'm your mother.
My mother died 2 years ago. I'm not interested in some kind of prank.
I'm not that mother. You know your father remarried, don't you?
That's news to me.
I'm the one who married your father. We had a beautiful wedding in Hawaii last week. We just got back from our honeymoon.
Oh.
After we enjoyed our honeymoon, I thought I'd do something nice to my new family, you know. I'm a kind and sensible wife, so I thought I'd give you, my husband's ex-wife's child, a nice life too.
I don't think a truly kind and sensible person would say that about herself. You don't seem to be able to communicate well, and I'm not interested in getting involved with your family, so goodbye.
I understand your confusion at this sudden turn of events. I get it. But don't worry, your biological mother has already passed away, so I, who married your biological father and became his wife, am automatically your mother. From now on, you can count on me like your real mother.
I don't want to.
What?
I just remembered. Aren't you Mary, the woman my father cheated on my mother with, who was the reason my parents divorced? I heard that when my father divorced my mother, he and the other woman broke up. That breakup was one of the conditions my mother offered in order to get divorced. So why are you married to my father?
Oh, you knew all that?
I never met you, but I knew the details of what had happened when things had settled down.
Well, I'm not going to hide anything from you, so I'll tell you. When I heard that your mother had passed away, I got back together with your father 6 months ago and we got married. I finally got the position of wife of the company president that I had always wanted. Since the person who made the offer is no longer with us, I'll do whatever I want.
I see. You're a prick, just like you used to be.
Huh?
I don't know which part of you is kind or sensible. I'm appalled to hear it. I don't consider you or my father family. I have no intention of getting along with you in the future. I don't want to get involved in your affairs, so please leave me alone. If you'll excuse me.
Well, wait a minute.
What do you want?
I'm not going to ask for your approval without offering you anything. You're single, aren't you? Poor thing. You must be so lonely. That's why I found you a wonderful husband.
What?
I'm telling you to show up at our house to meet your future husband. It seems you ran away from your parents' house after they divorced, but without your father's backing, you could only get an average boring man, right? That's why you're still single at your age, isn't it? Let me, the president's wife, solve that problem for you. I have a high income and a nice-looking man for you. You should be thankful.
No, thank you. Goodbye. Sis, can we chat right now? Something has happened. Karen? I'm on my lunch break, so we can chat. What's up? That scab dad married that scab Mary. What? I got a text from her today. She says she found out about mom's death and got back together with dad 6 months ago. And they got married a week ago. They went on their honeymoon and came back today. What? I guess that scab dad had my contact info on his phone, and that's how Mary found my number. Also, she said to me, your real mother has already passed away, and I married your biological father and became his wife, which automatically makes me your mother. From now on, you can depend on me like your real mother. Huh? Of course, I rejected her offer. These people are such pricks. I know, and you know, she was saying some weird stuff. Weird stuff? Something about finding me a husband with high income. What? What the hell? She wants me to come to her house in the next 3 days to meet the man. I should ignore her, right? Of course. Besides, there's no way you're getting married now. It must be some kind of harassment. I know, right? But she did say something that bothered me a little. She told me that she felt sorry for me for being single at my age. Maybe it's not me the scumbag is talking about. That's possible. I'm curious too. I'll look into it. Karen, why don't you block the scumbag? She's annoying, right? But I'm afraid of blocking her and not knowing what she'll do. I think I'll just leave it like this and see what happens. Okay. Either way, you're just gonna ignore what scumbag says.
Karen, you don't want to come to the face-to-face meeting, do you? That's fine with me. I've already arranged your marriage. All you have to do is show up at the wedding venue on the day and everything will be set. This is my gift to you as your new mother. Take it gratefully. The first Sunday of next month is the wedding day, so be at the Starlight Hotel by 7 a.m. I will arrange the dress and the wedding venue on my end. It's a small ceremony for the two families only, but please don't be rude on the groom's family. You do realize that this is unacceptable? I could just barely tolerate you not coming to the wedding, but how dare you not come to the wedding? You do understand that without the bride, there can be no wedding, right? The groom and his family are already here. The wedding is about to start. What are you doing? Come to the wedding hall right now. Not only did you not show up at the designated time, you didn't even call me at all. Are you trying to disgrace me?
What? I'm not getting married.
Huh? What are you playing games with me? I've told you before. Don't you feel sorry for the groom?
You're still talking about that?
Of course I am. You're getting married today.
I don't have a boyfriend and I have no plans to get married.
You're getting married to someone your mother, decided for you.
Huh?
The man you're marrying to is 45 years old, but his family is very wealthy, so you'll be rich.
45 years old?
You may feel the age difference now, but after a certain number of years, you won't mind so much. And his face doesn't look that old for a 45-year-old. He doesn't even have a tan, and his skin is so beautiful that I envy him.
You've got to be kidding me.
Oh no, I'm serious. I even have the marriage certificate ready.
If you're serious, please stop it.
Hey, Karen, listen to your mother.
What? Who says you're my mother?
I told you the other day. Now that your real mother has passed away, I, who married your real father, am automatically your mother.
Are you joking?
You're the one who's joking. Enough of this stubbornness. Accept it. I also told you that this marriage is a gift from me to you. If you don't have the backing, you'll never have the chance to marry a wealthy man. I found you a husband, and I'm going to give you the happiness of being a rich wife, you know. It's not polite to lash out at me like that, even if we weren't related as mother and daughter.
You scumbag.
Huh?
Don't act like you're my mother. You're a nuisance.
Scumbag?
You took advantage of my mother's death to get back together with my father. I don't want to be told about politeness by the rudest person like you. No one can be my mother other than my real mother.
That's nonsense. I've already decided who you're going to marry to. Now get your butt to the wedding. You're at an age where you're going to be an old hag anyway, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be rich when you marry this man. So it's really not that bad for you.
That's not the point. I'm not old enough to get married yet.
Huh?
Goodbye.
Don't talk nonsense. Oh well, I'm coming to pick you up now.
Sis, the scumbag lady seems to be trying to start the wedding on her own. And the husband she says she found for me is a 45-year-old man. That's too much.
He's a 45-year-old man and he's a very complicated guy.
Did you find out anything on your side too?
Yup, I got in touch with a lawyer who helped Mom with a divorce. She knew Mom and Dad from when they were young, so I thought she might know about current Dad's situation. And my guess was right, she knew stuff. Now I have some idea of what's going on.
Tell me.
When I told her about the wedding, the first words out of her mouth were, "Oh, I thought today was the oldest daughter's wedding." That's what she said.
You mean your wedding, not mine?
Yeah.
I knew it. I thought Mary was estimating my age as quite high. She must have been mistaking me for the oldest daughter.
Well, I'm only 29 either, you know. I think it's too early for that old hag to be messing with me about my age.
I know, right? Anyway, didn't Dad think it was strange?
He's been on an overseas business trip for the past 5 months. The marriage proposal was brought up a month after that. It seems that Mary was in charge of the wedding and other arrangements. And by the way, Dad was supposed to attend the wedding today, but he got seriously injured on his business trip and had to cancel his attendance.
Things are so chaotic.
And then...
Oh, wait a minute. I just got a text from this scumbag.
Wow, seriously?
If there's anything else you are going to tell me, just keep typing and send it to me. I'll let her know if I need to.
Okay, I'll let you know.
I'm here to pick you up. Now get ready and come to the wedding. Remember, even though it's a small ceremony, you're keeping everyone waiting. Don't be selfish and accept the marriage.
Pick me up? Where are you picking me up from?
At your apartment in Avalon Town? Of course. Open the door.
That's the apartment my older sister and I used to live in. No mistake, but we've already moved out.
What? Your older sister? You're the eldest of 2 sisters, right?
No, I'm Karen, the second eldest.
Huh? Isn't the first daughter Karen and the second daughter Sarah?
It's the other way around. The eldest is Sarah and I'm the second daughter, Karen.
You mean I remembered it wrong?
Did you get our names from my father?
Huh? Well, now that you mention it, when my husband talked about his daughters, he would say my eldest daughter blah blah blah, my second daughter blah blah blah, so I don't think I've ever heard the names directly from him.
So I guess there must have been some kind of misunderstanding or assumptions. Well, I'm sure you got my number by snooping on my father's cell phone or some such devious means. I guess there was no one to correct your mistake.
What a surprise! Then, call your old sister Sarah right now. Your sister is a lonely old single woman too, isn't she? I heard that after your parents divorced, you 2 sisters cheekily disobeyed your father and left home. How can such a cheeky woman who's approaching 30 get married? I've arranged everything for her, so tell her to come to the wedding now.
Sarah's already married.
Huh?
She got married 6 months ago and now lives on a remote island where her husband was born and raised.
What?
So you have to give up on having a wedding today.
Fine, then you can be the bride. Huh? Where are you? I'll pick you up right away. You'll get a marriage license right after the wedding today.
I'm only 15, you know.
What?
I'm a freshman in high school.
What?
I'm not old enough to get married yet by law, didn't you know?
Considering my husband's age, I thought you were older.
My sister and I are 14 years apart. After Sarah got married, I live in the high school dormitory.
Is that true?
Why don't you ask my father? I'm sure he'll remember how old his daughter is.
No way.
I mean, you've never talked about it with my father?
I wouldn't talk about his ex-wife's daughters unless I had to. I didn't even know the age of his first daughter until I was in the process of arranging the marriage.
You should have asked how old his second daughter was as well. Or maybe you should have asked the names of the first and second daughters first. After all, your plan was based on assumptions and misunderstandings.
Shut up.
Well, it's none of my business.
This is not good. What am I going to do then about today's wedding?
I'm sorry, but I'm about to board a ferry to a remote island where Sarah lives, so I'm afraid I won't be able to get a signal on my phone.
What? Hey, you don't have to get married right now. Just be the bride today. The thing is, your father's company is in financial trouble. The groom's parents are the only ones who can help him out of this crisis. That's why I need you to marry him.
I see. That's why you were trying to force the marriage. You said you wanted to do something for your daughter, something motherly, but in the end, it's all about self-interest, isn't it?
That's not true. I was doing it for your sake. You don't want your father's company to go bankrupt, do you? You know, when you inherit in the future, your share will be less.
As I recall, my late mother was the legal representative for me and my sister's disinheritance.
What?
My mother's family is rich. We don't need our scum father's inheritance. Well, goodbye now.
Hey Karen, can we have a barbecue for dinner tonight? I got some fresh shellfish and fish from the islanders earlier. I'm thinking of grilling them together.
That's great. I'm near the supermarket now. If we're having a barbecue, do you want me to buy some vegetables or something?
That would be great.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it seems like Mom's lawyer contacted me this morning.
Oh, you mean about the wedding yesterday?
Yeah, I called her right back and she told me an interesting story.
Interesting story?
Apparently Dad's company is on the verge of bankruptcy after all.
So Mary was right.
And as a way out of the crisis, Mary offered her husband's oldest daughter to the son of the president of Dad's business partner, the 45-year-old shut-in son. And Dad was supposed to get financial support as a result of the marriage.
Wow. Oh, by the way, Mary said the man had nice skin for a 45-year-old. I guess it meant that he had no tan nor age spots because he's a shut-in man.
Maybe it meant that that's the only advantage he had.
That's not an advantage at all. That's too creepy. I mean, we both like healthy, macho guys, right?
That's right.
Your husband is a diving instructor.
He has a nice tan, doesn't he?
I can see he's your type.
Well, I don't need to talk about my husband right now, but even if I were single, I wouldn't want a 45-year-old shut-in man.
Me neither. There's no way you would agree to such an absurd marriage.
Maybe Mary thought that if I heard that Dad's company was going bankrupt, I would consent to it without a second thought.
Come to think of it, she was talking about inheritance when she was trying to persuade me. She's such a scumbag.
It's true, isn't it?
Oh. Speak of the devil, I got a text from her.
Oh no, are you going to reply?
No way. I'm going to block her. My mother's lawyer told me through my sister what happened to the scumbag woman. She was blamed for making a false marriage proposal based on her own assumptions. The groom's family apparently made her pay a fee. It seems that the groom's family demanded that she pay for the wedding and the honeymoon that she had booked on her own. The amount of money was not that much, but my father's company was on the verge of bankruptcy, so she had a very hard time paying back the money. And just as she finally finished paying it back, my father's company went bankrupt. They were saddled with a large amount of debt, and their gorgeous lifestyle took a turn for the worse. They are now both working and living in extreme poverty.
Hey, Alice. The wedding venue is near Oakwood Station, right?
Oh, Sarah! Yes, that's right. But why?
Is it the train station near Jackson University? I'm at the venue now, but the staff here said there's no wedding event today. So I wanted to confirm if I'm in the right venue.
The place is correct. Wait, are you serious? You are at the venue now!
Yeah, your wedding is today, right? It's written on the invitation, too.
Oh, I'm sorry. I made a mistake.
What?
My wedding was last week already. Oh, no. I didn't know you were not informed.
Seriously? Normally, if the sister doesn't come to the wedding, wouldn't you at least contact her? You didn't say anything to me, so I thought your wedding was today.
Well, I thought it was strange that you didn't show up at the wedding. But I knew you were jealous and upset with me. Since you were ugly, I thought you were too embarrassed to attend my beautiful wedding. That's why I intentionally didn't say anything to you. Well, I was planning to contact you later, but I was too busy enjoying my newlywed life. I completely forgot.
Oh, I see. From the way it sounds, was it intentional?
You're right. Well, I guess it was too obvious. Even though you're ugly, your instincts are sharp, huh?
As soon as I became an adult, I was kicked out of my parents' house and cut ties with family. I hadn't been in contact all this time, and suddenly I received a wedding invitation from you. I had a feeling something was suspicious, but I thought it was a big lifetime event, and I wanted to congratulate you. I didn't expect it to turn out like this.
You don't have to congratulate me. Who do you think you are? Did you forget that everybody hates you? You were kicked out of the house because we don't need ugly family members like you. If you had plastic surgery, it'll be a different story, but there's no way you'd be invited to a wedding looking as ugly as you are.
I came all the way to attend your wedding. I'm sure you have a reason for why you went to the trouble of sending me a fake invitation, and you didn't invite me to the wedding.
I'm I'm not sure, but you might understand why I did it.
Oh yeah? Explain to me then.
Then let me tell you. I stole your fiancé.
What?
And we got married last week. We were happily married with everyone's blessing. You haven't been able to contact your fiancé recently, right? Do you want to know why? That's because he's my husband now.
What?
Are you surprised? But it's too late now. I'm sorry. Your fiancé is all mine.
So, in other words, you intentionally told me a different wedding date so I wouldn't ruin your wedding.
Exactly. I didn't want to see your ugly crying face, so I got married last week. I made a special invitation with the different groom's names and dates, just to send it to you.
Wow, really? Just to make sure I wouldn't come, you did all that, huh?
That's right. Knowing you, who is both ugly and malicious, if you find out that I stole your fiancé, I don't know what kind of revenge you might try. It was worse than trouble. You fell for it perfectly. It's hilarious.
I'm malicious? Look who's talking. And my fiancé? Who?
Huh?
I didn't know I had a fiancé. Who are you talking about?
Oh, come on. You're being so bitter and acting tough again. I'm laughing beyond pity. Your fiancé said, after meeting me, he immediately forgot that you exist. Wait a minute. You have amnesia now because of the shock? Not only are you ugly, but you can't even see reality. Well, for an ugly person like you, if you miss this chance to get married, you might never get married again. I guess I can understand why you are so shocked.
You're being so sarcastic. Well, whatever. So, there's no wedding today, right?
That's right. It must be so frustrating for you. I'm sorry.
Oh well, I'll just enjoy my day off around here. Oh, poor Sarah, not even invited to her sister's wedding, craving for love. Unable to marry anyone, a pitiful woman heading towards a lonely, miserable life. I feel so sorry for you, my poor sister. Look! It's a photo of the beach in Bali. I'm on my honeymoon now. The sunset over the beach was so beautiful. The food was super delicious. I ate this huge lobster and fresh oysters. There's also a spa and a pool. I might become even more beautiful. Aren't you jealous? Sarah, you've never been to a place like this, huh? I heard from your ex-fiancé, who became my husband, said you were begging him to take you here. But I'm sorry you couldn't go with him. Here we go again. You're in Bali?
You must be jealous.
I went there with my friends a year ago.
What? You've never been abroad, so what are you talking about? You don't even have a boyfriend.
I can go abroad with my own money without asking my boyfriend. I've been traveling abroad a few times a year for work and leisure, so I don't particularly envy you. Nowadays, I enjoy quick staycations at luxury hotels. I realized it's better than getting tired from long flights, you know.
What's that? Sounds so boring. That's what old people do. You've always looked old. People used to mistake you for the older sister even though you are the younger one. And now you're telling me stuff like that? Well, I guess it can't be helped. You're a slow, boring hag who doesn't even realize that your fiancé is your sister's husband before you know it.
Are you still talking about that? I have absolutely no idea of having a fiancé. Just tell me, who are you talking about?
No way!
Why?
I don't want to leave my husband's name on your phone. I'm afraid you might do something out of jealousy, too.
I can't be jealous if you steal someone I don't know.
Oh, my husband is calling. Well, bye for now.
You're not gonna tell me after all. Well, whatever. If you're acting like that, I have my own plan. Hi, Grace. I know it's sudden, but does your cousin still have any connection with my sister? Hey, Sarah, it's been a while. Oh, yeah, she was at your sister's wedding last week. Anyway, are you feeling okay now? What? What do you mean? The day before your sister's wedding, you got sick and were hospitalized, right? I heard that's why you couldn't attend the wedding. Oh, I see. So that's the explanation for my absence. I didn't get hospitalized and I'm perfectly fine, so don't worry. Oh, really? I'm glad you're fine. Then why didn't you go to the wedding? I think I told you about my family problem, right? Oh, I thought you reconciled with them. We didn't. Did they mention about me during the wedding? That's what my cousin told me, but... Actually, I heard that the wedding was scheduled for a week later. I received a fake invitation, so when I went to the venue, there was no one. When I contacted my sister, she told me the wedding happened last week. Oh, I see. That's what happened. That's terrible. I don't care about them anymore, so it's fine. The invitation had not only a different date, but also a fake groom's name. Even the name? Why would they do something like that? It seems my sister mistook the groom for my ex-fiancé. What? She's so happy that she thinks she stole my fiancé and keep bragging me about it. It's just so annoying. Even when I asked about the groom's name, she doesn't want to say it. Huh? What do you mean? That's what I wanted to know, so I contacted you. Could you ask your cousin what the groom's name is? Okay, I got it. I'm with her now, so I'll ask her right away. Thank you. She told me the name of the groom. His name is William Thompson. William Thompson? You know him? I've never heard of him. My cousin said she'd never seen the groom before either. He wore glasses, he was good looking, but to put it bluntly, he seemed like a suspicious guy. Your cousin is really sharp. Tell her to cherish that keen eye of hers. Is he a shady guy? He's quite dangerous. I'm 100% sure of it. Are you okay? I'm fine. It's good news that I know who he is. It might get a bit complicated, but I'll tell you everything once it's settled. Okay, I understand. Thanks for the help.
When I returned from my honeymoon, I received weird documents. Are you demanding me? If you mess with me too much, it won't end well. Hey, answer me, you ugly! Holding a grudge is such a loser thing to do.
What? I'm in the middle of work. What is it?
Why are you demanding alimony to me? Who do you think you are? I won't pay anything to you. Withdraw it.
Do you know why you are being demanded?
Is it because I stole your fiancé? To go so far as to demand your own sister? It seems there's no reason other than holding a grudge.
You received the documents, right? Did you read everything? I'm not the one who made the demand.
What?
On that document, it says Sarah, but it's not referring to me. Just read it carefully. The last name is different.
Oh, you're right. Huh, who is this person?
The woman who was mistaken for me by William Thompson.
What?
I became friends with a woman also named Sarah at a hobby class. And William was also a student in the same class. He heard a rumor that a woman named Sarah runs a company and is rich. He immediately approached my friend, assuming that she runs a company. But in reality, I'm the one who runs the company.
What? You? No way! What's that? I don't know anything about that.
I didn't tell you. I started the company after I was kicked out of the house and cut off from my family ties. So I didn't think I needed to tell you guys.
What? Why are you deciding things on your own? If you made money, you're supposed to give it to us. What are you doing, keeping it all to yourself?
You're just like William. You only think about using others.
Excuse me? What? You're talking so high and mighty. How can you talk about your ex-fiancé like that? You really sound like a miserable loser.
William wasn't my fiancé. He was the ex-fiancé of my friend. William thought he could get rich by marrying a rich woman. He mistook her, assuming that she was the one who owned the business. He became her boyfriend and kept asking for money. After getting engaged, he found out that he had mistaken her and simply dumped her.
What?
He immediately approached me afterward, but I knew what he wanted, so I rejected him, and that was the end. At that time, Sarah was preparing to claim compensation for William, but that jerk, he ran away.
He ran away? No way!
I don't know the details, but somehow he found out that my dad also runs a company. This time, he was after Dad's money, so he made a plan. He took advantage of you, and he successfully married into the family.
No way!
I think it's better to check your family's bank account now.
What?
He might have done something already.
What?
Well, I think you learned a good lesson from it. You really thought you stole a fiancé from me, huh? I'm sorry that you ended up like this.
Oh my God! Dad is really pissed off! From Dad's company account and personal account, a total of $300,000 is gone!
$300,000. Wow, that's a lot of money. And it's the company's money, isn't that pretty bad? Didn't they manage it properly?
He married to me, so he's supposed to become the future president. That's why I gave him the PIN number of the company account. Dad is really mad about that too. He's pissed that I caused all this trouble, and he wants me to pay for it.
Dad, who used to spoil you all the time, is saying that? That's pretty bad. Well, I think it's all your fault. Where's William now?
Well, he hasn't come home since our honeymoon. He disappeared with $300,000. I don't know what to do.
If you hadn't been so stupid as to send me a fake wedding invitation, I could have found out about it earlier.
Oh, no!
It's your own fault.
Instead of saying that, just help me!
Why?
Why not? You're a business owner. You have money, right? Your family is in trouble, so you should help me.
Do you remember what you, Dad, and Mom said to me the day I was kicked out of the house? You're not family. Our precious daughter is only Alice. We won't help you if anything happens to you. Ugly woman like you should live on your own. Do you think I'd want to help someone who said those things to me?
Don't you know the word helping each other?
I don't remember being helped.
Whatever! Just help me!
Why should I help you?
Because we're family!
I was told I was not family and got kicked out of the house.
But you're my sister!
If I'm not family, that means I'm not your sister either.
Please, Sarah! Enough with that! Just help me! Don't be so cocky, you ugly!
Wow, it's crazy that you can still say that to me when you are asking for help.
Oh, I mean, you're the one with the most money in our house right now!
Don't include me in our house.
Please help me! Give me some money!
Oh, by the way,
What?
William ran away, but my friend Sarah's lawyer will probably find him no matter what. Don't worry about that part. You can say whatever you want to me, but I won't help you at all. So, good luck.
Sarah! Wait! Sarah, come on!
It seems William used the $300,000 to pay up Sarah's demand. During his escape, he made a deposit to Sarah from an ATM. He was traced from the location of the ATM, and it led to his capture. I don't know exactly what kind of trial William went through after that, but before I knew it, Dad's company had gone bankrupt. According to rumors, William took out a loan to compensate all the money he stole. He begged that he never wanted to divorce Alice. Now, the two are living together, paying off their debt. However, Alice, tired of living in extreme poverty, used the money from Dad's company. The repeated family drama and debt caused the employees to leave the company, and the business became unable to continue. At the end, the company went bankrupt again, and the whole family was forced to live in that hell.
We've been dating almost 2 years now.
Yeah, I guess. A lot has happened in those 2 years.
I know. You became vice president of your father's company. It must have been hard on you, both publicly and privately.
Not really. My father laid out the rails for me. I just rode them.
That's not true, is it? I think you're a hard worker. You just don't show anyone. Not everyone can work as hard as you know.
You're really good at giving compliments.
I don't know about that. I'm just telling you the truth.
My future is secure. Could I propose to you soon?
Huh?
Erica, let's get married.
Sean, am I really fine for you?
You're always so modest, but you've got great fashion sense too. You're a really good-looking woman. I'm sure you'll be my proud wife even after I become president. I'm sure of it. I wouldn't say that if I wasn't. Please, Erica, marry me.
If you say so, I will. I'm very happy.
Let's go. Let's not try to be a bother.
Thank you. You're so bright and fun to be around. It's a dream come true to marry you.
It's not a dream. I'm going to talk to your parents as soon as possible.
Really? Well, I'll ask my parents about their schedule and get back to you.
Okay, I'll let you know.
Sean? I know it's past the appointed time, but are you lost? I don't know where you live. I'll pick you up. Sean, you're available, right? Call me.
What do you want?
What? You were supposed to say your wedding greetings to my parents today.
I was, but I'm not doing that anymore.
Huh?
That's not happening, is it?
What was that?
Your house and your parents are falling apart.
Did you come to my house by any chance?
Yeah, I did. You know, the three of us were standing on the front porch. I was so stunned. I can't marry a poor person.
I don't know what you are talking about.
So, you know, with you guys living in that shabby house, I mean, we really can't be a family.
Sean?
You're poor, but to fit in with me, you wear brand name clothes.
What?
You always wore brand name clothes even though you had a quiet personality.
Those are the brands I like. I was influenced by my mother, and we even share some of them. It's not that I was trying to fit in with you or anything like that.
Even your mother was pushing you to do that? What a family. Can't believe I fell for that.
Fooled?
You came on to me to be my future wife, right?
Huh? Sean, what are you talking about?
I'm sorry, but I'm not into gold diggers. I'll marry a woman more suitable for me as president. I'm breaking off the engagement with you.
Wait, you're saying you're breaking off the engagement because my parents' house is in shambles? Just because of that? You're saying that our relationship never existed?
Because, think about it. My dad is the president of the company, and I'm the vice president. It's embarrassing and unfashionable to have my wife's parents' house looking like that, right? What about my position?
This house was my grandparents', so sure, it's old. But breaking off an engagement because of a house?
It's not just the house.
What?
Your parents too. Why are they so poor? I'm too embarrassed to invite them to the wedding.
Stop saying bad things about my parents. They're the two people I respect the most.
Your parents?
My parents are not poor. They just live a modest life. They just want to relax at home. They chose clothes made of materials that don't constrict.
You want to marry me so badly?
Huh?
Of course you do. If you marry the future president of the company, your future is set, isn't it? Of course, you wouldn't want to pass up a chance like this, huh?
I don't want to marry you for that reason. You were cheerful, fun, and reliable. I thought that if I married someone like that, we could build a warm family.
That's such a lie.
Huh?
You really wanted to marry the company president, didn't you? So you could have an easy life? If you become Mrs. President, your parents will have a better life than they do now. I know what you're thinking.
That's terrible. That's not what I meant. I wanted to marry you because I loved you with all my heart.
You just love the president, not me, huh?
Why do you say that?
Because it really does sound like something a poor person would think. I'm disappointed.
I'm the one who should be disappointed. Why should I be treated like a poor person by you? Why do you have to make fun of my grandmother's house and my parents?
Huh? You're snapping back at me at everything I say? Give me a break.
I can't believe you judge people just by their houses, their possessions, or their clothes. I didn't think you were such a scumbag. I don't think I could be happy married to you. You're welcome to break off the engagement.
What? You're such a bigot. Know your place, damn beggar. I'm sorry your Cinderella story couldn't come true. Poor people will be poor people. You should look for a marriage partner who fits your means. Someone who will give you a shabby house and your parents.
I really can't believe you. If I knew you were really like this, I don't know why I didn't see it sooner. I'd like to ask you something.
What's the matter, you pleb? You're still hung up on me? Not going to marry you no matter how much you cry yourself to sleep.
It's not that.
Are you asking me how you can be my wife? Then you can't do it no matter how you try.
Who the hell would want to marry you?
So, you want me to lend you money or something? Of course you do. I guess you missed the point when I broke off my engagement to you. It's sad that you'll have to live in poverty for the rest of your life.
What are you talking about?
I know you want to make your parents happy, so find someone else.
No, I'm not. For the record, I'm not poor. And you're very delusional.
Yeah. Whatever you say. So, what is it you want to ask me?
My friend told me, did you walk around town with any other woman besides me? I know this was before you broke off the engagement, but he says it was definitely you. Are you sure?
Oh, you mean Sarah?
Sarah?
It's true.
You're dating me, but you've been seeing other women?
Yeah, that's right. What can I say? Women like to be around me.
How much of a piece of shit are you?
Sarah's father owns a company. He's the type of president you can rely on. It's a win-win for me and the company if we get along. She's the perfect woman to marry, so I kept her. You're poor, so I'm glad I kept her.
You mean you were two-timing me?
Is that what you're calling it? I don't blame you for hiding the fact that you were poor. I didn't see it coming either. Now I'm dating Sarah with dignity. It's natural to want to marry a woman who has many advantages for you, isn't it?
Huh? That's so sad. How selfish can you be? I'm sorry for Sarah. I bet she doesn't know your true nature. A marriage like that will never work.
What the hell do you think you're saying? Don't call me selfish because you missed your chance. Stop dragging us down with you.
I'm not being selfish. I'm glad I found out you were such a scumbag before I married you. I really would have regretted it.
You're the one that should be regretting it. Don't make me laugh. You'll have to live in poverty for the rest of your life.
I told you I'm not poor. Whatever. I guess it's time for you to get your head out of your ass.
Huh? What are you being so cocky about? That's enough.
You know about A Manufacturing, don't you?
Of course I do. A Manufacturing is a major customer of ours. If we jeopardize our relationship with A, we'll go bankrupt for sure. Well, I can't even imagine that happening though. Why are you asking me that?
A Manufacturing is going to cut their contract with your company. That's big trouble for you, isn't it?
Quit joking around with me. You really thought I would believe a story like that?
It's not a lie. I think it's true.
In the first place, how do you, a pleb, even know about A Manufacturing company? You're trying to embarrass me with some random made-up story, aren't you?
I'm not making this up.
Are you harassing me? It doesn't work like that, you know. Our company and A Manufacturing have been working with each other for a long time. It won't fall apart, not even a little bit.
That's right. You're so confident about this, huh?
Isn't it obvious? It's a relationship my father built up over a long time. There's no way the contract would be terminated.
I don't think the business world is that simple. You shouldn't have such baseless confidence.
I don't need to hear that from you. I'm the next president of the company. How can I run a company if I don't have confidence? You poor people wouldn't know what it takes though, would you?
Well, you can think what you want to think.
Who the hell do you think you are?
Think that way while you still can, okay?
It's none of your business. Don't text me about your stupid make-believe stories anymore. It's annoying.
I don't plan to.
Hey, what's this all about? You want to explain? What were you planning? Don't ignore me.
Will you stop talking out of your ass? What the hell is wrong with you? Didn't you say something about no more texts?
Shut up. What the hell did you do to me?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't play dumb with me. A Manufacturing said they're terminating our contract. You said something like that the other day, didn't you? What did you do?
I see. A Manufacturing is a big client of yours, isn't it? You're in a lot of trouble, huh? So, what happened?
What do you mean, what happened? You did something, didn't you? It was definitely you. Otherwise, there's no way a poor person would have known about A Manufacturing.
You just assumed that on your own, didn't you? I kept telling you I'm not poor.
Huh? Did you really set this up?
Stop saying I set this up. I didn't do anything.
Then how did you know about A Manufacturing? How come our company's contract was terminated without notice? That's crazy, no matter how you look at it, right?
You want to know? I could tell you.
I knew it was you. What in the world are you going to do about it?
I didn't do anything. It was my father's decision.
Huh? Why is your father suddenly in the picture? How can a poor person have such outlandish fantasies? I'm surprised. I don't care about your father. Tell me the truth.
It's the truth. You said he was a big client, but you don't really know anything about my father.
What? How long are you going to keep up with this nonsense?
My father is the president of A Manufacturing. He's not a poor man.
Huh? Don't be silly. Your father was poor and wore tattered clothes. He's not the boss.
They weren't tattered. My parents are thrifty. They just don't waste money on themselves. They've always been frugal. I have a lot of respect for them.
That's because they're poor, right? You're not thrifty. You just can't spend money.
My father is a different person at work. He sprays his hair to keep it in place. He wears expensive brand suits with a fresh look. He's particular about his appearance, especially when he's meeting with clients.
Huh.
Well, he always styles his hair like Hugh Jackman. Of course, his face is different, though.
What? Does he always wear suits from London?
Oh, they're my father's favorite. He wears them a lot. My father's not poor. He's just a man who separates work from life.
But how can a CEO live in such a shabby house? He can't even invite a single employee to stay in that shabby house.
I told you, that house was my grandparents' house. We're in the process of renovating the house. I say renovating, but it's actually just torn down and rebuilt. It's like a new house.
What? So you're saying there are two houses?
Well, my grandparents passed away, so that's what it is now. That land was given to my father. So I'm living in my grandparents' house until the house is rebuilt. When I get married, the land my grandparents lived on, he's going to give it to us when I get married.
That's a lie. So you told the boss to terminate the contract? Are you trying to get back at me? What a woman.
I would never do such a thing. But he's my father, so of course he knows about the broken engagement. How can a father who had his daughter dumped for some stupid reason have a good impression of the other guy?
Is that supposed to be me?
You said you were coming to say hello. I've been telling my parents what kind of man you are, so...
So they knew I was the next president of our company?
Of course. You're the son of the president of an old business partner. When I told him why I broke off the engagement, he was furious about it. He said, how can such a flimsy person be the president of a company?
You're lying. Why didn't you explain my story to him?
Huh? Because it's not true. A scumbag like you? There's nothing to explain. Besides, I told him that you were dating Sarah for insurance.
Why are you telling him such a thing? It's going to tarnish my image even more.
Of course I'd tell him. He's my father. Plus, he's actually worried about me, unlike someone else.
Oh no. How could you do this to me?
Then, my father's face turned red. I can't do any more business with a company that has a guy like that. He was yelling and yelling.
What the fuck?
The next day, he called them to terminate the contract. My father acts so fast, doesn't he? I'm always amazed at how fast he makes decisions.
Oh no. AIM Manufacturing accounts for most of our business. If they terminate the contract, our company will go bankrupt soon. I told you.
That's your problem, isn't it? And I have nothing to do with you anymore.
You're responsible too.
Huh? Stop joking around. You've done terrible things to us to begin with, haven't you? You made fun of my house and my parents a lot, and treated me like a poor person. There's no way I would forgive you.
Don't say that.
I think you deserve to have your contract terminated.
This sucks.
Well, you're the one who got punished.
Erica, I'm sorry. This is enough of a punishment. So, will you ask your father to cancel the termination of our contract?
Why me? I told you I had nothing to do with this.
Don't say that. There are a lot of employees in my company. If we go bankrupt, what will happen to all of them?
I told you it's none of my business. I'm not the CEO. I'm not even an employee of the company.
But you're the boss's daughter, right? I'm asking you to do something about it. It's about the livelihood of everyone in our company. Please, you gotta help us.
So, you don't care that I or my parents got hurt?
Huh?
My parents regretted inviting you to my grandparents' house. Because they invited you to this house, they said you ruined my marriage. Do you know how they felt? Do you know how sad I was? Your selfish thoughts and behavior made our family feel like this.
I'm sorry.
I can't forgive you for making fun of my parents and hurting them. You're like a child.
Erica, I'm sorry.
No matter how sorry you are, I'm not going to forgive you. I hope you learn your lesson and think about what you've done.
Erica, please. You might not care about me. Tell your father and do whatever you want. But I just want you to save the future of the company, please.
I can't do that.
Why?
I told you, I have nothing to do with my father's company. And besides, he was so furious. I don't think he'd do you any favors. Isn't that what business is all about? It's very serious.
Don't say that. What am I supposed to do?
I don't know. You can clean up your own mess. And don't get involved with us in any way from now on.
Erica, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Please help me and the company.
You're persistent. I'm going to stop texting you now. See ya. My father's anger didn't stop after that. The deal with A Manufacturing was officially terminated. Sean's father, who didn't know anything about it, was astonished. Of course he would be. Sean's father, a man of common sense, came to my father's company again to apologize. But my father turned him away, saying, "You need to stop making fun of people." After that, it seems that they desperately tried to rebuild the company. But after only 2 months, it was driven into bankruptcy. After all this, Sean disappeared. What a scumbag he was. Now I am thankful that he broke off the engagement. We have finished rebuilding and I am living happily with my parents in our new house.
Did you have a good time today?
Thanks for today, Luke. I had a great time.
No problem. Hey, I have a favor to ask.
Oh, what is it? Why didn't you ask earlier? I'm in a good mood, so I'll hear you out.
If you want to marry me, cut ties with your family.
What?
For my sake, that should be easy, right?
What? Are you serious? But when you proposed, you never mentioned anything about this. What happened?
I told my parents about the proposal. They hired a private investigator to dig into your background.
Really? I guess some people want background checks before the marriage. But there's nothing in my family history that should be a problem.
I thought so too at first. Your dad works at a car company, right?
Yeah?
Your mom too, right?
Yeah, mom too. Just in different locations.
But they're factory workers, aren't they?
Dad's at the main plant. Mom's at a parts factory.
I've never heard of that before.
I think I only ever mentioned the name of the company where my parents worked. Why's that an issue?
It's a huge deal. My parents almost opposed our relationship when they heard you only finished high school. They only agreed because your parents work for a big company. And you're at that fancy department store. But now...
Huh? Luke, what did you think my parents were?
I thought they were either office workers or salespeople. But finding out that they are factory workers? It's surprising.
And now what? What's wrong with them working in factories? My parents were good with their hands, so they were suited for factory jobs that require detailed work.
Oh my goodness. Don't you get it? There are no decent people at the bottom of society.
Bottom of society? Who are you to judge? Stop insulting my family.
Hey, don't get worked up.
It's impossible not to get upset.
I'm saying I can't marry you. Unless you cut ties with those bottom feeders. You're marrying me, so you have to do what I say.
That's impossible. How could you expect that?
What the hell?
I don't even want to get married to you anymore.
What? So, you won't marry me?
No way. I didn't know you judged people by their jobs.
Then we can't get married. Are you sure you want that? A happy future with me is just a family cut off away.
Fine by me. I take back my interest in you.
What?
Good riddance. I'm glad I got dumped. Since I haven't given my answer to your proposal yet, it's not a broken engagement, right? Bye.
Angela, how are you?
Hello? Crap, I forgot to block you. What do you want?
You're still living in this town?
What?
I saw you near the gas station.
Yeah, I've been here the whole time.
It's been a while. About 5 years since we split, right?
That long, huh? Is there anything else?
Huh?
Okay, bye.
Hey, wait. I have something to tell you.
Make it quick. I'm busy.
Cold as ever, even though it's your ex calling after so long. Look, I got married 6 months ago.
Oh, congrats. Is that all you wanted to say?
No way. I started working at my wife's dad's company. And guess what?
Okay, and what?
So I asked him about it. Your department store is one of our clients.
Okay.
This could be good for you too.
How so?
I'm going to be your account manager. Give our company preferential treatment for future deals.
No way.
Come on, I'm not asking for free favors. I'll set you up with a hot guy at a mixer.
What?
Our company has lots of eligible bachelors. Even an uptight spinster like you might have a chance if you doll yourself up.
Wow, you really can badmouth your ex like that.
Well, compared to my wife, your family's not great, and you lack that sparkle, you know?
Whatever. I don't need a mixer.
Oh, come on. Why are you playing hard to get?
I'm not. I'm married, so I don't go to mixers.
What? Seriously, when?
It's been 2 years.
You got married before me?
I guess so. Also, you seem confused. I work in HR, not sales. I have nothing to do with client dealings.
You're kidding me. Angela, I've got something to ask you.
What now? Still trying to bother me?
Come on, don't make me sound so creepy. Turns out my wife and you were classmates in middle and high school.
Huh?
She was laughing, saying, "That's your ex-fiancé? Even your old classmates see you as bottom tier."
Your wife knows me well? It was a huge girls' school with both junior and senior high. So she must be someone who has been in my class a few times to remember me.
Apparently. When I told her my ex works at a client company, she wanted to see a photo. I showed her one from when we went to that theme park.
You still have that? Delete it. We're over.
Why? I keep photos of all my exes.
That's low. Disrespectful to your wife, too.
Really? I wouldn't know.
But now I've got a good idea who your wife is. It's Molly, right? A company heiress who'd look down on me and call me names. Only one person from our past fits that bill.
Wow, bullseye. Man, I'm so glad we split up. I married Molly, a total CEO's daughter. Plus, she's a hottie.
Yeah, congratulations. Good for you.
Angela, it's been ages. Not since high school, right? How have you been?
Molly? How did you get my number?
Oh my god, I'm just shocked. Who knew my husband's ex was you? He gave me your number. I had a lot to talk to you about. So, still living that poor bottom-rung life?
Well, what a troublesome pair you two make.
What's that attitude?
You're not trying to one-up someone who's contacting her husband's ex, are you? Don't tell me your only joy is looking down on people. You haven't changed a bit. That condescending attitude. Everything.
Don't be so blunt about it. Don't worry, I have a reason for hitting you up. My dad's company has a big anniversary gala coming up. I'm specially inviting you. Bring your husband too. I want to see who a bottom feeder like you married. Don't show up in rags. It's at a 5-star hotel with food you poor folks never see. Please, don't gorge yourself. It embarrassed me as your friend. Say the word, and I'll let you take leftovers home.
K-Corp's anniversary gala, right?
Yes. You might not know, but Daddy's company is huge. Guests from all over. Perfect chance for you to see our social status gap. Luke was so right to dump you. This is what he meant by different worlds.
That party? We're already invited as VIP guests. No need for your invitation.
Huh? What nonsense are you talking?
See you there.
Wait, are you being serious?
Hey, Angela.
Jeez, you two really are a pain.
Huh? I haven't even said anything yet.
I bet Molly told you about the anniversary gala.
Why the hell are you and your husband invited? What does your husband do?
What is it? Oh, right. He's the company's CEO.
Probably some dinky subcontractor or something. Fitting for a bottom feeder like you.
Are we done here? I'm busy.
Just make sure you wear formal attire. They won't let you in looking like a pauper.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
Huh? Angela? Why is she dressed like that? Wait, isn't that the heir to the luxury department store empire next to her? No way. Don't tell me that's her husband. I mean, she did work at one of their stores, but...
So, you weren't lying about being invited. Don't know who invited you, but it's a rare chance. So enjoy it. Must be a weird vibe for a bottom-rung girl like you. Bet there's tons of fancy food you've never had. Savor it. Just don't pick out, okay? It'll show your trashy roots. Hey, who's that hottie you're with? Don't tell me that's your husband. No way he matches you. A high-class lady like me suits a fine man like that. What the? Why is Luke acting like that to Angela's husband? Even my parents are... Huh? What's going on? Who the hell is your husband?
Huh? Angela? Aren't those your parents? What are those factory-working bottom feeders doing here? And in such well-tailored clothes. Your husband's doing?
You two still talk like that? Some things never change.
What do you mean, you two?
Molly also sent me a nosy message about my husband. You never thought he'd be so rich, huh?
Well, he's a real estate heir. Even your factory worker bottom-rung family looks decent. I bet your husband dressed them up, right?
Are you for real?
Of course. A poor bottom-tier family pretending to be something they're not.
Hey, I've been wondering, isn't there something you've got wrong?
Huh? About what?
Is that private detective agency you used reliable?
Why bring up old stuff? Your parents working in factories is correct.
Yes, but a socially bottom-tier poor family? If you'd investigated properly, you'd know both my parents are elite national university grads.
What? But factory work is factory work.
Yeah, as managers. Now they're both overseas branch directors. That's how I afforded that prestigious private middle and high school.
You're kidding.
Nope, it's the truth. But hey, I'm glad I didn't marry you. Someone who judges people's worth like that? No way it would have worked out.
Hey, Angela, I've got a once-in-a-lifetime request.
Absolutely not.
I haven't even said anything.
Don't need to hear it. It's bound to be something awful.
Just listen. Give me your husband.
See? Awful. No way.
I want to date a hot guy like that. I'd suit him way better. Of course, I'm not asking for free. I'll give you Luke back.
You want to know what my husband said?
What?
Gross. Hard pass.
What?
You two really are two peas in a pod.
What are you talking about?
Too much hassle. I'll send you a screenshot of Luke's what's up. Talk it over with your husband.
Hey, Angela. Seeing you after so long? You've gotten really beautiful. Wanna sneak out after this? I've got a room at this hotel for a rest. I'll make up some excuse to the wife. Let's spend the night together, for old time's sake. You haven't been able to forget me these past 5 years, right?
It's not fair to send a screenshot to only one side, right? So I sent Luke the screenshot of Molly's messages too. Maybe you're in no position to reply to me now.
What the hell are you thinking? Hitting on your ex at my dad's party? Are you out of your mind?
That's my line. How dare you say such embarrassing things in front of your husband? Some CEO's daughter you are. Don't make me laugh. If I'd known you were this trashy, I never would have married you. Huh!
Who do you think you are? You haven't been able to forget me? Ah, that's disgusting.
Oh, forget it. I'm divorcing you. If you weren't the CEO's daughter, I never would have married you.
Oh, I was just thinking the same thing. I don't want to spend another second with a man like you.
When my father-in-law learned about this fiasco, he was furious at Luke and Molly's lack of character. He cut all ties with Molly's father's company, saying he never wants to be involved with them again. Enraged by his daughter's graceful behavior, Molly's father kicked her out of the house. Luke divorced Molly and found a job at another company. But thanks to my father-in-law and her dad's behind-the-scenes work, he can't get hired anywhere. Seems he was a big spender with no savings. Now, he's struggling to even feed himself. Word is, he turned to loan sharks. Unable to pay back the debt, he was last seen being forced into a black car. No one's seen him since. Molly, wanting quick cash, started working at a gentleman's club. But her princess attitude didn't mesh with her co-workers. After too many no-shows, she got fired. Recently, she's been working the streets, but during a major sting operation, the cops busted her.
Mary, I saw your note. What does this mean? It means exactly what it says. I wrote it in a way that even a kindergartner could understand.
I can read, but are you serious? I do all the laundry, clean the house, cook, go groceries, wash the windows. I also wash the car, pick you up, and drop you off. Am I supposed to do all that?
Of course. I've got a lot of housework because you've been away.
I have a baby. I was in the hospital until this morning because I wasn't feeling well.
It's obvious you've been faking your sickness. Your morning sickness is long gone. Don't be silly. I'm punishing you for that. You're going to be a mother and I won't tolerate any laxity.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I still can't. I've been discharged from the hospital, but I've been told to rest for a while, and it was a bad idea to take the bus from the hospital to home. I need to lie down and rest.
You are being lazy. You can't even take care of the house. Do what you have to do. Don't you dare talk to me like this again.
I'm sorry, but I need to rest. It's so hard for me to get up.
If you weren't pregnant, I'd kick you right out. Oh, I'm so frustrated. Get out of my house as soon as you have the baby.
Please, don't talk to me like that. You've always been so kind. What's going on? You've changed all of a sudden.
I'm only being nice to you in front of Alan and John. The truth is, I hate you. Just talking to you irritates me.
What?
How can I like a woman who grew up in an orphanage? There's no way I could accept you.
I didn't know.
I wish I never brought you into my home. I regret it so much.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize how much you hated me. I'll do my best from now on so that you'll like me.
That's not going to happen. I don't want to see your face or hear your voice. That's why I rushed out of the door when I heard that you were coming home. You just make it worse, so don't even try.
But I don't want to stay like this. What should I do?
After you have a child, leave this house immediately.
Yes?
Until then, I have no choice but to let you stay. If you disobey my order, I'll kick you out immediately. I want you to finish all your chores before I go home. Do not step out of your room during the day and do not show your face in front of me. You're not even allowed to come to the living room, bathroom, or toilet.
That's impossible.
Then leave, now.
I don't know what to say.
Go back to your parents' house. Oh, that's right, sorry. You were abandoned by your parents and raised in an orphanage. I didn't want to remind myself about that, so it slipped my mind. If you don't have a home to go back to, then go back to your orphanage for a while.
That's not possible. The facility has a rule that you have to leave when you turn 18, and they can't take care of me after that. John told me to live with you guys. I don't want to leave here.
You don't know what you're talking about. You're trying to get my husband as well? You're a cunning woman.
I don't know you hated me so much.
I'd hate for my beautiful granddaughter to be like you. When she's born, I'll just take the child away and kick you out of the house.
You won't go that far, will you?
I'm serious. No matter what my husband and son say, I will kick you out of my house. Go live on the street. You're so wrong if you think you could be part of my family.
I have a bad headache. I need to go.
Faking again. You're trying to escape from something inconvenient. That's why you're an abandoned child.
I'm sorry. Please stop it.
You money-grubbing goofball wife. I'll kick you out for sure.
My name is Noah. I am 26 years old. I live with my husband, who is 3 years older than me, and my husband's parents, who are 55. I am 8 months pregnant, and we just found out it's a girl. We're all looking forward to the birth of our baby. My parents abandoned me when I was a baby. I grew up in an orphanage. I have never known a family in my life. As soon as I got married, I was blessed with a family, and I was so happy. I treated my in-laws as if they were my real parents. My father-in-law enjoys traveling and always buys me gifts. When we go shopping together, he always helps me with my luggage. My mother-in-law is a street disciplinarian. I am puzzled by the unexpected messages because she is usually very kind to me. I'm pregnant, so I'm very tired. I thought it was just a normal part of pregnancy, but the symptoms became stronger day by day and I started to lose my appetite. I went to see a doctor and was admitted to the hospital. I stayed for about a week and left because I was feeling better. When I got back home, I felt so tired that I collapsed on the sofa.
Are you a member of Noah Smith's family? I'm calling from the hospital. What? I'm the mother-in-law.
Noah has been in an accident and is being taken to this hospital. She and her baby are in critical condition and we're going to perform an emergency surgery. In the event of an emergency, please choose whether we want to save Noah or her baby.
The baby, of course. I don't care about Noah. You must save my grandchild. This is the will of my husband and son.
Okay. Could I have Noah's husband's contact information?
Don't worry, I'll contact him myself. You save my grandchild. I don't care what happens to Noah. Of course, you must keep the baby in good health. Do not make my grandchild a disabled person.
We'll do our best. Have a good day. Mom, where are you now? Noah is?
Oh, yes, Noah. She had a big accident, right?
That's right. I'm at the hospital. Come here as soon as you can.
I don't know if that's necessary. I'm just enjoying dinner. You're exaggerating about the accident, aren't you? She always overreacts and fakes her illness. Maybe she couldn't get out of her lazy habits from the hospital stay and thought she wanted to be hospitalized again?
Noah passed away just a few minutes ago.
What? Oh my god, she passed away? That's...
What do you mean? Noah passed away.
I'm not happy about it. I'm very sad.
That's enough, Mom. No more lies.
I didn't lie.
Then why didn't you call me right away? Why? According to the hospital staff, you were the first one they called. You told them you would tell me and that everything would be fine. I'm glad that the hospital staff contacted me anyway. If they hadn't, I wouldn't have been here for her last breath.
I thought the whole accident thing was overblown. I didn't want to interrupt you with something small. You know? I didn't expect her to pass away.
You've been disturbed by her for a long time, haven't you?
What?
I've got all the messages you sent to Noah. What the hell is this? You acted like a good mom in front of me. I despise you for being such a bad in-law. I'm shocked you said such horrible things. I can't accept this.
Oh, you know what? It was a misunderstanding. I just misspoke.
I don't want to hear your excuses. Noah couldn't tell me, and yet I could notice. I'm so ashamed of myself.
Listen to me for a moment. I wanted Noah to be a good wife for you. I I was just trying to be hard on her with my heart.
I don't think so. You are such a horrible person. I can't believe you said all these heartless things. Noah must have been sad and wistful, too. She was verbally abused when she was in the midst of a difficult pregnancy.
It's her fault for not taking care of herself. I was just a little harsh.
Just a little? How can you be so calm after hurting Noah like this? You're a demon or a devil.
You don't have to go that far.
You gotta be kidding me. I didn't want to say this because it hasn't been confirmed yet, but you didn't just verbally abuse Noah, did you? You were the cause of the accident.
What? What? What are you talking about?
Noah was involved in a collision with a drunk driver. The car was driving all over the road. Other people around noticed that something was wrong, but Noah didn't. She seemed dazed and dizzy and didn't seem to notice the car that was coming toward her. An eyewitness to the accident testified. The doctor is checking on her right now, but we could tell from the smell of her clothes. Mom, you sprayed some pesticides when Noah was discharged from the hospital. It's powerful and dangerous to humans if inhaled. Noah was fine when she left the hospital, but when she came home, she suddenly got sick. She must have felt something was wrong and left the house. And that's where she unfortunately got into the accident.
Sure. I did spray some pesticides. So what? If it was bad enough to be in the house, why not just wait in the yard? It's Noah's fault to walk to the busy street.
This is my guess. I think she was trying to get my help. The intersection where the accident happened was in the direction of my office. She must have thought that you could really kill her.
That's rude.
You've been drugging her for a while, haven't you?
What kind of accusation is that? Of course not.
When Noah got sick and was hospitalized, some of her hormone levels were off the charts. The doctor said it was probably from taking too many supplements or something. But she's been taking extra care of her health since she got pregnant, so it couldn't be that. So I didn't know why, and after a week in the hospital, her numbers had settled down. It makes sense if you did something to her.
Are you going to blame me for everything? That's really terrible.
You didn't even pick up Noah from the hospital, right? You told me you would pick her up. If I had picked her up myself, none of this would have happened.
Okay, that's enough. No matter what you say now, Noah is gone. She gave birth to my grandchild. I'm all done with her.
Huh?
How's your baby? She's 8 months, so she's pretty premature. She's not handicapped or anything, is she?
You don't need to worry anymore.
Huh?
They passed away together after the accident. Noah and my baby girl tried their best, but they couldn't save them.
Huh? You've got to be kidding me. I don't care about Noah, but my grandchild? I told them to save the baby. Where's the doctor? I'll make sure they will be fired.
Suppose she'd been born. The doctor says there's a good chance she'd have some disability.
What? How can that be?
Because you have been giving her weird drugs.
What? My fault?
Of course it is.
But I only targeted Noah.
Noah was breathing in toxic fumes that made her dizzy. Do you really think that it won't affect the baby?
No way.
How can you not know that when you're a mother yourself? I can't believe it.
Hey, come on. Don't just blame me.
Of course, it's my fault for not noticing. If only I had noticed that you were bullying Noah, I could have protected Noah and my daughter.
Yes, it was your fault too, so don't blame me. Well, if she's handicapped, I didn't want her anyways. It would have been difficult to take care of her.
You've got to be kidding me. How can you say that?
Don't be mad at me. Think of something more pleasant. We will get some money from Noah's insurance. If you marry a young lady from a good family, we'll have grandchildren with good bloodlines. Besides, a woman like Noah doesn't deserve to be a part of our family. I'm glad they are both gone.
I'll never forgive you, Mom.
Well, I guess I better not go to the hospital then. I'll call the insurance company.
That's enough. No matter how hard it was, Noah endured it without a single whimper. I despise you for saying dirty words to Noah.
There's no need to be so angry.
I'll give you one last chance. Come to the hospital right now and apologize. Apologize to Noah and your grandchild for all the mistakes you've made.
No. They can't hear me anymore. You want me to apologize to ghosts?
If you can't do that, you get out of the house.
What? What? You don't talk to your mother like that.
I'm your husband, Henry.
You're at the hospital too?
Of course. My precious Noah's been in an accident. It's normal for you to rush over immediately. I've seen all the messages you've been sending. I've read all the horrible things you've said to her. I will never forgive you, no matter what.
Like I've told Alan, I was trying to educate Noah. I wanted her to become a good wife.
Don't be a fool. Noah took care of me like I was her real father. She always called me Dad. I can't believe I won't be able to hear her voice anymore. I'm so sad, I feel like I'm going to lose control.
You have me. I'm sure you are happy to get rid of her from our family tree.
There's nothing more I can say to you. Just leave now. If I see you again, I will kick you out.
Don't be so angry. When Alan finds a new wife, I won't be so strict with her.
Oh, so you are being strict with Noah. I'm divorcing you. Don't ever come home again.
What are you talking about? I can't believe you're divorcing me now. You're kidding, right?
Well, I'm serious. If you refuse, I'll take you to court.
Don't do that. If you divorce me, I'll be alone. How will I live with myself from now on?
You need to be punished like that. I hear every family has some kind of conflict, but yours has gone too far. You're the one who killed Noah.
Don't say that. I didn't do anything wrong. She took my precious son away from me. Alan was always close to me until he married Noah. How can I forgive her? Noah was not my family. She was my enemy who took away my precious son.
Please, let me go.
Alan?
Nothing is more important than people's lives. If I'm so important to you, you should understand how much Noah cared about the baby. I can't believe you did all this.
I'm sorry about that. I made a little mistake. We all make mistakes, don't we?
Don't put it so lightly. If I had realized it earlier, she might have survived. I can't regret it enough.
I am sorry. Tell your dad not to divorce me.
I refuse. I'm for the divorce too. Get out now. Get out of our sight forever.
Hey, don't say such horrible things to your mother. I'll be living on the streets if you kick me out. That's right. Give me half of that life insurance money. I'm entitled to it, right?
I'm the beneficiary of her policy, not giving you a penny of it.
What? I thought I was going to get that money. Fine. I'll go back to the house and take care of it before you guys do.
Don't be stupid. It's not going to work. I'll drag you out of this house and I'll kick you out. You will spend the rest of your life regretting what you have done. You will live in misery with your sins on your shoulders. Do you understand?
I'm sorry. I apologize from the bottom of my heart. Please, don't say that. It won't happen again, I swear.
Even if you wanted to, you couldn't. Noah and my daughter are no longer in this world. If you want forgiveness, bring them both back to life.
That's impossible. I don't know what to do. I'm so sorry. Please don't leave me.
I refuse. I don't have a mom, that's all. When my father returned home from the hospital, my mother was there. He kicked her out of the house and the divorce settlement was finalized. My mother, who grew up in a wealthy family and married my father right after graduating from school, had never worked. She demanded life insurance money because she did not know how to get a job. I never gave her a penny from insurance or the money from the drunk driver. I used the money for Noah and my daughter's memorial service. I donated the rest to children without parents and children with disabilities. My mother started working part-time, but she didn't like being supervised by a younger boss. She repeatedly harassed her boss and was fired. If she doesn't like her younger boss, I don't think there is any place she can work. Well, I don't care what happens to my mother anymore. I'll regret not being able to save Noah and my daughter for the rest of my life. I can no longer do anything for them, but I hope that I can help by providing support to underprivileged children.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.
Veronica, I want you to come to my house right now. What happened? I can't take it anymore. I need help right away. Did you get hurt? No, the air conditioner broke. The air conditioner? Yes, it's so hot I feel like I'm going to die. This is a life or death situation. That sounds serious. But wouldn't it be better to call a technician? That's too much trouble. I'll just have to buy a new one right away. I see. Then why don't you head to an electronics store right now? I'm not going. You know it's only natural for you two to buy it for me. Us? Absolutely. You both are my son and daughter-in-law. It's totally normal to do that much for your parent. I'll consider it, but this is so sudden. It's not sudden. I'm telling you I'm in trouble, so you need to act right away. But I need to talk to Anthony first. You don't need to discuss anything. If I say it, that should be enough. I respect your opinion, but I still need to talk it over with him. If you ask Anthony, he's just going to hesitate, isn't he? You convince him. Even so, I have to consult him before making a decision. You're so cold. It's clear how little gratitude you had for your parent. I am grateful, but when it comes to money, I want to be careful. Careful? I'm the one in trouble, so it's only natural for you to solve it. I understand, but it's not something we can handle immediately. Fine, I'll deal with it myself. But I won't forget this ungrateful attitude. I'm truly sorry. Saying sorry means nothing. Show it through your actions. Veronica, I have something to ask you. Oh, Heather. What is it? Well, are you going to be home tomorrow? No, I won't. We're planning a trip to the beach until the day after tomorrow, so we'll be away from home. Why do you ask? Oh, it's nothing urgent. I was just free tomorrow and thought I might stop by to see you two for a change. I see. I hate to say it, but we have plans to go out, so I'm sorry about that. It's fine, don't worry. I just asked on a whim. Maybe I'll go see a movie by myself instead. But still, a beach trip sounds wonderful. I'm so jealous. Yeah, with the weather cooling down a bit recently, Anthony and I thought it'd be nice to unwind after the summer fatigue. We love the beach and wanted to find a good spot to relax. Oh, I love beach trips too. Actually, I love traveling in general. When I was younger, I used to travel all the time. Asia, Europe, North America, South America, even the Middle East. I traveled all over the world. You've been all over the world? That's incredible. It really is. My favorite places are beach resorts though. Hawaii, Guam, and the Mediterranean were absolutely amazing. There's nothing more luxurious than enjoying the beautiful scenery and slow pace of a resort. Wow, I'd love to visit places like that someday. Right? I'd also love to visit Key West again after 25 years. I heard there are more great hotels and cottages now than there were back then. If you're willing to spend a bit, it could rival trips abroad and turn into an amazing vacation. Key West, huh? That does sound wonderful. Florida beaches are just as charming as tropical overseas resorts, if not more. But I bet the cost would be higher than some international trips nearby. Oh, come on. Veronica, you can afford it, can't you? You've got a great salary, and your family's wealthy too. I've been to Miami a few times for work and vacations, but I've never been to Key West. I've heard that resort development has been booming there lately, with lots of new luxury hotels. That's what I've heard too. I'd love to experience a luxurious vacation in Key West someday. Maybe someone would be generous enough to pay for it. Just saying. You mean us? Oh, who else would I mean? Come on, why not treat me to a trip for a change? Cash would be fine too. Think of it as a little gesture of gratitude. And my birthday is coming up soon after all. Actually, Anthony told me something. He said I must never give you any money. So I'm sorry. He said that? Yes. What? How cold of him. Is it really a no? Anthony was very firm about it. He said we shouldn't give you any money. Because you tend to spend more than necessary when you have it on hand. And he also said it's time to reconsider your lifestyle and start learning to live more frugally. Excuse me? Did he say I've been too extravagant? That's absolutely not true. He has no idea, and honestly, neither do you, Veronica. You don't even know how much I've tried to save over the years. But I've heard you almost spent all of your husband's inheritance. And it hasn't even been 2 years since he passed away. Ah, the inheritance. It wasn't much, really. Just the old family house and a couple of tens of thousands saved up. That house has already been sold, hasn't it? Yes. It was better to sell that old place than keep maintaining it. I thought it was a waste of money to renovate it. But Anthony didn't like that and still complains about it. He says selling land that's been passed down since his great-grandfather's time would upset our ancestors. Honestly, who thinks like that these days? People who aren't around anymore can't exactly complain, can they? Well, it was your house and land, so it's your decision to make. But I can understand why Anthony felt a special attachment to his father's home. I think he wanted to preserve the land that had been passed down through generations. Because it meant more to him than just a piece of property. To him, it was probably a treasure full of memories. My son was very close to his grandparents. Since we were busy, he was practically raised by them. Since we didn't hang out much when he was a kid, he feels pretty distant with me now. Whenever we see each other, he's always lecturing me. I have no idea where he got that from. He often shares stories about his grandparents with me too. He said they were both incredibly kind. Even if you or your husband missed out on sports events or school plays, he mentioned he never felt alone. But we were busy because we were working to support our son, you know? Don't you think it's only fair for a child to treat their parents to a trip at least once? Veronica, can't you say something to him? He's being way too stingy. But this is something Anthony has decided. Oh, what do you mean? Don't tell me you can't stand up to him. It's not like that. Veronica, let me ask you something. What do you think? Do you really believe I shouldn't be given any money? It's not an easy question for me to answer. I do think refusing to give any money at all might be a bit too harsh. I knew you were sweet, Veronica. Then just give me a little, that's all I'm asking. I'm sorry, but I can't do that. What? Veronica, you're just as stingy as he is. No, I'm doing this because I care about you. You care about me. How is refusing to help me supposed to be good for me?
Heather, excessive spending can be like an addiction. Every time you spend money, it increases that dependency, and before you know it, you'll unconsciously start overspending again. If spending habits aren't corrected, there's even a risk of financial ruin down the road.
I see. I understand. Veronica, you hate me too, don't you?
That's not true. I don't hate you, Heather.
Enough. I'll never ask you for anything again. I'll never rely on you ever again. I'll handle everything on my own.
Heather, I have something to ask you.
What is it? What happened?
Well, something strange happened.
Oh, what is it?
Heather, did you happen to come by our house earlier today?
What? Of course not. Why are you asking me that?
I see. You didn't happen to come near our house or have some reason to be around here, did you?
I had no reason to be there. Besides, aren't you two supposed to be on your beach trip right now?
Actually, we cancelled that trip last minute.
What? Cancelled? Why?
The area we planned to visit had a flood warning due to heavy rain. There were even evacuation advisories nearby, so we decided it wasn't safe to go.
Oh, that's unfortunate. So, you've been home all day today?
No, I went shopping in a different area this morning. But on my way back, I thought I saw you, Heather. That's why I wondered if you had come to our house.
That wasn't me. You must have mistaken someone else for me.
I see. But the person really looked just like you.
I told you it wasn't me. Are your eyes getting bad or something? Don't make me say it again. It's super rude to mix up a stranger with your mother-in-law.
I'm sorry, but I just couldn't stop thinking about it. Oh, by the way, I talked to Anthony about taking you on a trip.
What? Really?
I'm sorry about yesterday. We know there are worries about your spending, but we really want to do something special for you to show our appreciation. Anthony said he'd be okay with taking you on a nearby trip.
What? That's so disappointing.
What?
A nearby trip? That's so boring. Come on, does it really have to be close by? If we're going to do this, I'd rather go abroad. If not abroad, then at least Hawaii.
Please consider the cost. He said he doesn't want to encourage any more extravagant habits.
What the heck is that? Not wanting to spend money on his own mother? How stingy can he be? Who does he think he is? If it's within the US, at least make it Alaska or Hawaii. And if that's not possible, then tell him I don't want the trip at all.
Are you sure? This is your chance to go on the trip.
A nearby trip isn't a real trip.
In that case, why don't we go out for a meal now? Since our trip was cancelled, we thought it might be nice to refresh ourselves a bit. Shall we go to a place you like, Heather?
No, I'll pass. I need to pack because I'm going on a trip tomorrow.
What? You're leaving tomorrow? That's sudden. Where are you going?
It just came to me. I'm so frustrated, I've decided to just go on my own. I'm done relying on you two. I'll take myself on a luxurious trip that will make you two jealous. It'll be glorious.
But do you have the money for it? Travel expenses can add up quickly, especially last-minute bookings for flights and hotels, which tend to be pricier.
I still have some savings left. It'll cover this trip at least. Don't underestimate me. I might seem impulsive, but when it counts, I know how to prepare.
Wouldn't it be better to save that money for your retirement? Having savings for emergencies is really important. You should also consider future medical and living expenses.
Oh, stop it. You're so preachy. You never know what's going to happen in life, so you have to enjoy the moment while you can. This is what it means to live life to the fullest. Not that you'd understand, Veronica.
You're right. Enjoying the moment is important. But if that way of enjoying life causes trouble for others, it's a problem. I believe enjoying things within your means and with a plan will ultimately benefit you the most, Heather.
Don't be so rigid. I live life my way. Besides, I'm going alone, so I'm not bothering anyone. I'm going to take a free-spirited trip and refresh myself. And I won't ask for any help from you or my son. Veronica, I borrowed your black card.
What? You took my black card? Why on earth would you take something like that?
Actually, I snuck into your house yesterday and borrowed it. You see, I just let myself in while you two were out shopping, that's all.
What? At that moment? I did feel something was off, but I never thought it was you, Heather.
Honestly, I was planning to sneak in while you were on your beach trip. But since your plans changed, I decided to act yesterday instead. I'm so glad we didn't run into each other.
Wait a minute. How did you even get into our house? While we were out?
You've stayed over at our place a few times, haven't you? For holidays like Christmas or Thanksgiving. During one of those times, I secretly made a spare key.
So, yesterday, it really was you I saw. And to think you used that opportunity to steal our card?
I didn't steal it, I just borrowed it. We're family, so you can let something like this slide, right? You two have plenty of money anyway. Still, that black card is amazing. Just holding it makes me feel like I've achieved a higher status.
It's like a dream. Well, it's more like the start of a nightmare. The idea of someone else using it is unthinkable. Heather, do you even understand the seriousness of what you've done?
It's amazing how the card has no spending limit.
Actually, that card has a limit of $0.
What? A limit of $0? There's no such thing as a credit card like that. Besides, I used it yesterday. I was able to pay for my flight tickets and hotel, so it definitely worked.
So you've already been using it. I see. But the card has been deactivated, which means you can't use it anymore.
What? Why did you deactivate it?
I noticed the black card was missing this morning. So I immediately contacted a card company and had it deactivated.
So the card really can't be used now? Can't you call the card company and have them reactivate it?
It's already being reissued, so that's not possible. More importantly, were you planning to use it again? What's going on here?
Well, I'm in Key West right now. When I was planning the trip, I was so excited. But after eating at the hotel restaurant, I realized I couldn't pay the bill.
You actually went all the way to Key West? I'm surprised by your determination, but I can't condone traveling on someone else's money. It's completely unreasonable, both morally and financially.
Please, send me more money immediately. If you don't, I won't be able to leave the restaurant. I'm about to face a huge embarrassment. No, something even worse. Please help me.
I'm afraid I'll have to decline. You can use your own card or pay with cash. If neither is an option, you should have acted within your means from the start.
I can't use my card anymore. I've delayed my payments a few times, and the card company suspended it because of that.
What? Your card was suspended? Let me guess. You kept overspending and pushed off your payments until it caught up to you, am I correct? And you don't even have cash on you?
I have no cash at all. And my savings, they're almost entirely gone. I'll be honest, saying I had savings left was just me trying to save face. I don't have any money left.
But you said you still had savings earlier, didn't you? So that was just a lie in the moment? This is the same cycle all over again, isn't it? Your overspending habits are the reason you're always behind on payments. I can just imagine your husband shaking his head in disbelief from heaven.
This isn't the time for a lecture. Please, I'm begging you, send me the money quickly. If you don't, I won't have any way out of this mess.
No way! Taking responsibility for your own problems is what being an adult is about. Please, handle your own issues on your own. If you can't, then it's time to seriously reconsider how you're living your life.
Hey! How could you treat your parent like this? Unbelievable. You really abandoned me earlier, huh? Thanks to that, the police got involved, and it turned into a huge ordeal.
Oh, really? Wait, were you arrested by any chance?
Of course not. But it was really close. I was just a hair away from having to deal with the police formally. It's been a long time since I've broken out into such a cold sweat.
Oh, so you weren't arrested? That's kind of disappointing. I couldn't help but picture a dramatic turn of events, like something out of a TV show.
There happened to be a consumer finance ATM nearby. So I had to borrow money under the watchful eyes of the hotel staff to pay the bill. It was so humiliating. But at least I managed to avoid the worst.
I see. Well, that sounds exhausting. But surely this has made you reflect, hasn't it? Can you promise that something like this won't happen again?
Oh, come on, this isn't about reflection or anything like that. I was almost turned into a criminal. This wouldn't have happened if you two had just paid for my trip in the first place.
Heather, you're already a criminal. You stole a credit card from our house and used it fraudulently. If that's not a crime, then what is?
Oh, stop it. We're family. It's only natural for a son and daughter-in-law to help their parent. Do you have any idea how much trouble I've been through?
Just because we're family doesn't mean theft and credit card fraud are acceptable. Please transfer the money you spent immediately. If you can't, we'll have no choice but to file an official report for the damages.
Oh, come on, don't say something so drastic. A report? You don't have to go that far.
We can no longer be lenient. We're giving you a deadline and you must refund the money by then. If you can't, you'll have to take full responsibility for whatever happens next.
What? You don't have to say something so extreme. Are you seriously planning to file a police report? Do you really want to make me a criminal? A report. Wait a second. Sure, I made a mistake, but we're family, aren't we? You don't have to be so heartless.
The deadline is today. Anthony has also said he won't show any leniency in this matter. If you refuse, we'll have no choice but to file the report.
Wait! Please don't do this. I don't have any money. I've already used up nearly all my savings. I'm not working and I'm just barely getting by on my pension. Where am I supposed to find the money now?
You were able to borrow money from a consumer finance company before, weren't you? Then do the same thing again and use that to repay us. That seems like the most realistic solution for you at this point.
But just the flight and hotel cost me $40,000. And the meal at the restaurant earlier was about $6,000. Even if I take out a loan, there's no way I can pay that back. I'm unemployed and I have chronic health issues that make working difficult. I really have no options left.
Excuse me? What did you just say? $40,000 for the flight and hotel. What kind of extravagant plan did you choose? What kind of luxury hotel costs that much? I can't believe you indulged yourself so extravagantly using our money.
I booked a suite. Since it's my first trip to Key West in a while, I thought I'd go all out.
A suite with someone else's money? This is what it truly means to be at a loss for words. At this point, there's no room for sympathy. If you don't want to end up in jail, send the money immediately. Stop causing us any more trouble.
Hey, I did exactly what you told me. I had no choice, you know. Now there shouldn't be any problems, right? I've sent the money as you said. So you're not going to file a police report now, right?
I've checked. We've received the amount you transferred. Fine. For this time only, we'll let the matter of the stolen cards slide. However, this is based on the condition that you never do something like this again.
Thank goodness, I can finally breathe easy. No, wait, this is not fine. I've ended up with almost $40,000 in debt in just one day. What am I supposed to do about this? If you had just given me a trip as a gift, none of this would have happened. In the end, I'm the one who suffers.
Heather, this is entirely your fault. Why should we have to clean up after your reckless spending? You're the one who needs to take responsibility. Blaming others won't fix anything. And besides, hasn't Anthony warned you about your spending habits countless times before?
I know, but I just wanted to enjoy myself a little. Do you really have to criticize me so much?
Enjoying life isn't the issue. The problem is how you choose to do it. I've heard you've always had extravagant spending habits. Have you ever stopped to think about how hard your late husband worked because of that? Even considering giving you a trip as a gift was a mistake on my part. Unless you change yourself, these kinds of problems will just keep happening. To be honest, we've reached our limit.
I'm truly sorry. I've been so foolish. Please apologize to Anthony for me. Tell him I apologize for ignoring what he said. Heather, apologies alone are no longer enough. Anthony has already decided to cut ties with you. This isn't just my issue anymore. What? But I only have my son left. If he abandons me, what am I supposed to do? It's true that enjoying the moment is important because life is unpredictable. However, if your enjoyment causes trouble for others, it's meaningless. From now on, act with a plan and understand your limits. I understand. I'll reflect on my actions. But if Anthony ends up hating me, I don't think I'll be able to go on. That too is a consequence of the choices you've made. Instead of relying on others, focus on changing yourself first. That's the only way to mend your family ties and start fresh together. And so, we brought our relationship with Heather to an end. When we realized that the money she sent us at the end had been borrowed, we felt something inside us shatter completely. We made a firm decision to never extend a helping hand to someone. We prioritized indulging in luxury at the expense of others. As for Heather, her life has, predictably, been filled with hardship. At first, she sought help from her friends, but once word of her death spread, no one was willing to listen to her anymore. Still undeterred, she applied for welfare assistance. But her past extravagance and records of costly trips came to light, leading to her application being rejected. With no other choice, she started working part-time at a local supermarket. But the job was far more demanding than she expected. Her short temper caused frequent clashes with her managers and co-workers. And she ended up changing workplaces multiple times. Even so, the debt collectors didn't wait. Every month, she was chased by repayment deadlines, living a life that seemed to embody the saying, "You reap what you sow." The final blow came when all her household possessions were seized. Not only her TV and furniture, but also the designer items she had collected as a hobby were auctioned off, leaving her with literally nothing. Yet, even after losing everything, her spending habits didn't change. This time, she declared that she would win the lottery. She spent her meager pension on lottery tickets, only to end up empty-handed, further worsening her financial situation. Meanwhile, Anthony and I have taken her actions as a thorough cautionary tale. We continue to live a modest but practical life. These days, we carefully review our household budget every month and diligently plan our savings for the future. Heather has taught us through her actions just how important it is to live within your means and plan ahead. In the end, her final wish to reunite with her son was never fulfilled. Anthony made it clear that he never wants to cross paths with her again. And I feel the same way. While I feel sorry for her, we will prioritize our peaceful life as a couple moving forward.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.
You're covering all expenses for our weekend getaway.
What? I don't remember planning any getaway.
It's a trip to heal my tired mind and body from work. Got a problem with that?
Well, a trip sounds nice, but paying for everything myself is a bit...
Don't be so stingy when I'm talking about going on a trip. Your role is to make sure I can refresh well, right?
Role? If we're going, I'd at least like to plan it together.
Huh? Why should I bother consulting with you beforehand? You don't need to have any input. I'm going where I want to go. That's all.
Then at least let's split the costs or share expenses somehow.
Huh, you're always worried about money, aren't you? You really don't understand me at all. I'm working hard and making money, so you should support me a little.
I know you're working hard, but I'm managing living expenses too. It's too much to suddenly cover travel costs.
You're just saying it's impossible because you don't want to spend your precious savings, right? Huh, you're so self-centered for being a wife.
Self-centered? If anything, suddenly dumping all travel expenses on me is what's self-centered.
There you go again. Always blaming me. It's really disappointing to think someone with such a boring mindset is my wife.
Geez, hun. When you act like it's natural for me to pay for everything, honestly, I don't feel good.
Then don't you want to be nice and take care of me? Or would you rather be stingy even if it means stressing me out?
I want to help reduce your stress, but this is too sudden. It's too big a burden.
Ugh, you're so petty. I'm sick of you making such a fuss over something so small.
I want to be there for you because I do love you. But I think how we take care of each other needs to be discussed together.
Fine then. If you're going to be so stingy about it, let's forget I ever brought it up.
I'm not being stingy. I just want us to plan and discuss things properly.
Yeah. I won't say any more since this is getting annoying. I thought a wife would happily pay for her husband, but you've really disappointed me.
That's a bit... I think your way of thinking is biased.
Well, I guess you're just different from my ideal wife. I had some expectations for you, but now I see they were pointless.
Ideal wife, huh? Then maybe I need to do some thinking too.
The medical costs are no joke.
What?
These doctors seem like they're ripping us off.
But they're saving lives after all. You shouldn't say things like that.
You should pay for my brother's surgery. It's only natural as a family member, right?
Why do I have to? He's your brother. I don't see why I should pay.
As my wife, it's obvious you should pay for my family members. Do I need to explain more than that?
Doesn't he have insurance? If he had just signed up for medical insurance, we wouldn't have to bear such a large cost.
He doesn't. That doesn't matter. Everyone in our family knows you have money. It's about time you made yourself useful.
That money I have is what I inherited when my dad passed away.
You've been hoarding it without touching it at all. That's why all our relatives call you the stingy wife behind your back. When you're not around, you know?
I'm honestly hurt to hear I've been thought of that way. But still, it's not money I can easily give away.
Oh, come on. This is about Ken's life. Surely you're not going to be stingy now? You're not so cold-hearted that you'd put a price on life, right?
So how much are you talking about?
His surgery can't be done here. It can only be done in Swiss. I heard just the medical costs alone will be around $20,000. You better prepare that much.
Listen, honey. I hate to say this, but for important money matters like this should come from himself or his wife.
Jeez, are you saying the sick person should come to you and beg? How cold can you be? You're literally a demon.
That's not what I mean. I just think we should at least hear from his wife, Kathy, about this.
This is unbelievable. I'm seriously disgusted by you. If you have the money, just give it. Why do you have to corner people like this?
But $20,000 isn't something I can easily give away. That's a huge amount. I need to mentally prepare for giving such money.
They have no money. Can't you understand at least that much?
Even if you say so, this is your family matter, isn't it?
The brother I admire so much is facing a life-threatening situation right now. You still intend to withhold money?
I'm not saying I won't give it. I just think a word from them would make me feel different about it.
If you're going to give it anyway, what does it matter?
Sorry, I'm the type who cares about these things. I don't like being taken for granted.
Fine. I'll tell them. That's what you want, right?
I want him to get better too. Don't misunderstand that.
Huh, I doubt it. You probably wish he'd just be gone quickly so you don't have to waste money.
That's not true.
And you can speak German, right? And all the communication and paperwork with the hospital in Swiss.
But I have work.
This is for Ken. You can take time off for that much.
I'll try.
Hello there. I never realized you were such a stingy woman.
Excuse me?
I can't believe this money grubber.
How dare you call me that?
Yeah, I heard you're being tight with the money for Ken's medical bills when he's barely hanging on. How heartless can you be?
It's not like that. I just think if I'm going to help, it should be on clear terms.
Oh, so while his life is on the line, you're worried about terms? Wouldn't it just be easier if you handed it over?
Well, then I'd appreciate seeing a bit of goodwill from your side first. With this attitude, I don't think anyone would feel inclined to give anything.
Oh, so now you're saying we should kneel and beg for it? Acting all high and mighty, huh? Who do you think you are? Trying to come across as some rich heiress now?
Uh-huh. So are you texting me just to insult me?
Nope. You're the one who said, if you want the money, ask directly, didn't you? Well, here I am.
And there's a way to ask, you know. This feels less like a request and more like you're just insulting me.
Stop with the lecture. I don't care if you like me or not, so who cares how I ask?
Well, I do. I'd rather give to someone who's actually respectful. Right now, honestly, I'm not feeling inclined to help.
How much did you inherit anyway? Bet you've got plenty. Just hand over a bit. Don't be so stingy.
I don't think I need to tell you that. It's none of your business.
Oh, look who's being a cheapskate. Your brother-in-law's on his deathbed, and you're clutching onto your cash. Unbelievable.
Remember when I lent you $2,000 to cover your phone bill after you overspent on that game? Still waiting for that to be paid back.
That was forever ago. Why does that matter now? I did pay you back $10, remember? So we're good, right?
Oh, we're far from good. There's a lot left to pay, and I'm wondering when I'll see the rest.
This is a life or death situation. Can't you let that go? I'm talking about something important here.
Funny how you always dodge things when it's inconvenient for you. I should have known better than to expect you to pay me back.
Anyway, hurry up with this. If something happens to Ken, I'll never forgive you.
You really don't know how to show respect when asking for help, do you?
What? I am asking. I'm literally asking you to help, so do it already.
What you're doing is looking down on me and making demands. It doesn't sound like a request, it sounds like a command.
Oh, come on. Enough with the extra talk. Just hand over the money or else.
Wait, are you threatening me?
Of course not. Just a little flash of my old self showing, that's all. Don't get the wrong idea.
All right then, I'll take care of everything. So $20,000 should cover it, right? I'll handle the process and coordinate with the hospital too.
You should have just done that from the start. You really make things complicated.
Excuse me? A little appreciation would be nice.
Oh, nothing. Just my thoughts slipping out.
Ken's in critical condition, yet you're awfully cheerful.
Well, I have to keep things light or he'll just get depressed. There's a lot to organize for the surgery abroad and I'll need your cooperation.
Yeah, I got it.
Let's head to his hospital here tomorrow to talk with his doctor. How's the morning?
What? I have plans.
You have something more important than this when every minute counts?
Fine, I'll go. Happy now?
If we don't act quickly, no amount of money will save him.
I get it already. Stop nagging.
I'm helping. What's with the attitude?
After sorting through all the necessary arrangements, Ken and Kathy were set to go to Switzerland for treatment. Since neither of them spoke German, I ended up accompanying them. The travel and accommodation costs were significant. Life is precious. My late dad, a doctor, used to say that, and I reminded myself of it whenever my frustration got the best of me. But I had no idea that beneath Ken's illness lay a hidden truth. One that I wouldn't discover until much later.
Honey, Ken just contacted me.
And?
I don't know all the details, but things seem to be going well.
Oh, good.
Is that all you have to say?
I told you what I went through in Switzerland.
He's sick. Can't you put up with a few demands?
It wasn't him, it was Kathy. She kept asking to eat this, buy that. It wasn't a vacation.
Come on, her husband's sick. Let her enjoy a little.
Even when we got hassled on the street by a stranger, she pointed at me saying she's a celebrity, she has lots of money in English, and just ran off.
Hey, you're fine, aren't you?
What's fine about that? When he said I have a knife, I thought I was going to die.
You're exaggerating.
Then she left me there to deal with everything and flew home first, just saying take care of it. Isn't that completely irresponsible?
She's probably exhausted from her first overseas trip.
I'm honestly disappointed in her. She treated me like her servant without a single word of thanks. I'm done.
You're so petty.
What? You're just as bad. Not a single word of gratitude from you either. Just because he's your brother, am I supposed to do all this for free? What do you think I am?
You know, you're exhausting to be around. Kathy even said you're a drag.
What the heck?
You act like paying the surgery cost makes you some kind of hero.
Well, without my money, there wouldn't have been a surgery, right?
If you're so proud over a measly $20,000, then maybe you should leave.
What are you saying? I just thought a simple thank you or well done would have been nice. A few words can change everything, and it would make me feel like I actually did something meaningful for my family.
That whole I deserve your gratitude vibe, that's what annoys me. It's why I've decided to file for divorce. There's no point in continuing this.
Are you serious? Is that really how you feel about everything I've done?
It's not just me. Kathy said the same thing. She was like, who does she think she is, acting like some big hero just because she paid for the surgery? So yeah, that makes you stingy and full of yourself.
Oh, so that's what you two were saying.
And Ken too. He laughed saying, well, we're done with her now. People who cling to their money like you do end up disliked, you know?
I can't believe this. Is that really all my efforts meant to you?
No one likes a penny pincher, especially when you have money but refuse to share it. Even your own family finds it annoying.
I think I have the right to decide how to spend my money. Doesn't everyone have concerns about the future? If I have kids one day, isn't it reasonable to want to be prepared for them?
Oh, that sounds exhausting. Always thinking about the future, like you're worried sick. Who has time for that?
If you're always chasing short-term desires, no amount of money will ever be enough. Don't you get that?
I already told you, didn't I? Like when I wanted that chrome hearts necklace, or when Kathy asked for that $3,000 bag, both were flatly denied.
Do you really not see anything wrong with buying those without any reason?
And when I said I wanted a car, I was talking about a Ferrari. I was just trying to bring some enjoyment to my life, and you ignored it.
How do you expect to maintain a car that costs $400,000? It's completely unrealistic.
If you're not going to spend money, then there's no point in us being together. And just get out.
So now that I paid for the surgery, I'm suddenly done?
Yeah, that's about right. It feels like your role is over.
That's messed up. So you really only saw me as a financial source.
Well, to put it simply, it's like having a stack of cash in front of you but being told, don't touch it.
So you really only see me as a pile of cash?
I couldn't even find the bank statements, no matter where I looked, so I don't even know how much you really have.
Are you kidding me? You never trusted me, did you?
Exactly, and now that we're getting a divorce, there's no reason to hide it. So, tell me, how much do you actually have?
None of your business.
You never trusted me, did you?
Well, I don't plan to use it.
Fine, whatever. You've got 3 days to get out.
Good luck paying for the second surgery on your own.
What? Second surgery? Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Ashley, answer me! Hey, Ashley, what the hell are you doing? I've been trying to reach you over and over. Why are you ignoring me? Just answer me already.
Please, Ashley, I'm begging you. Help us. How can you be so cold when Ken's in serious trouble? This is exactly when the family should be sticking together.
Persistent, aren't you? I thought I made it clear. Wasn't it supposed to be help once and that's it? I already went above and beyond.
Wait. So that's what the second surgery was about? Why didn't you tell me about this from the start?
That's right. The $20,000 we got the first time only covered tests. The real surgery costs are separate. The real issue is the cost of the next surgery.
I was translating all of that for you, including the explanations. I also told you there would be another big payment due. But Kathy, you were so glued to your phone that you weren't even listening.
But I trusted you to handle everything. I didn't expect to be abandoned here.
Actually, I'm the one who was abandoned. I gave up my time, my money, everything for Ken, only to be told you're no longer needed and discarded. Do you even understand how that feels?
Well, I was wrong. Maybe I focused too much on Ken's knees. The last thing he told me a week ago was that he was struggling because the second surgery couldn't happen. And then I lost contact.
He says some forms filled with confusing terminology that I couldn't understand at all.
Just help us this one time, okay?
So what was the price written on that consent form? You at least checked the amount, right? You can read numbers after all.
I think it said 20,000 Swiss francs.
20,000, huh? So about $22,000. Quite a sum.
$22,000? That's insane! Do you think I can just pull that kind of money out of thin air? And we aren't technically divorced yet, so don't you still have an obligation to help him?
Obligation? No, I don't owe anything. The responsibility to help is yours alone. My part is over.
Oh, come on! Don't be so heartless. Just help us this once.
Figure it out yourselves. It's time you came up with a solution on your own.
You're heartless. What a monster.
Oh, and you think you're a good wife?
What's that supposed to mean?
Is cheating on your husband with his own brother what you'd call a good wife?
What?
Let's be honest, Kathy. You're having an affair with my husband, aren't you?
What are you talking about? Oh, you must be joking, right? There's no way. Give me a break.
Yeah, we'd never do something like that. What's wrong with you?
Exactly. If I were really having an affair with him, I wouldn't even be here helping Ken. Don't you think your imagination is running wild?
Absolutely. Ken not being around would actually be better for us, right? So obviously an affair doesn't even make sense.
I see. Interesting logic. That makes sense, I suppose.
Right. So could you stop with the strange suspicions? Even as a joke, it's troubling.
But think about it. If you were actually having an affair, would Ken stay quiet about it? What if he was blackmailing you?
Wait, what are you talking about?
Maybe he says something like this. Convince Ashley to pay for my life-saving surgery. If you don't, I'll expose your affair to the world and you'll lose everything.
Wait, how do you know about that?
I heard it directly from him. Do you think I'm just making this up?
So, he actually told you all this?
Yes, even while you two were trying to convince him to just give up on treatment. But he couldn't accept that. He knew there was a chance of survival with surgery abroad, and he knew it was only a matter of money. With his life on the line, he had no choice but to use any leverage he could to get the help he needed.
So, he told you everything?
You threw me out because you didn't want to risk extra compensation if your affair got exposed, didn't you? After all, he already asked you, Kathy, for $25,000. If you added my claim, you both would end up in debt, and you wanted to avoid that at all costs.
It's a misunderstanding. He's been saying strange things because of the medication.
No, he's perfectly clear-headed now that the surgery's done.
What?
I paid him $50,000 as a condition, and in exchange, he told me everything.
Why?
I had a feeling something was off. Call it a woman's intuition. It started when Kathy went back home before me. That wasn't just because the Swiss didn't agree with her. She saw it as a chance. She could spend time alone with you without anyone around.
It's not like that.
As you both know, I have money. When she got back, I quickly hired a private investigator to look into things.
No way. I didn't even notice.
Most of the information Ken had was low quality, shaky photos, so I needed solid, undeniable evidence to win.
Totally busted.
I give up.
Ken made a promise to me. He'll use the $25,000 to repay what he owes me and spend the rest of his life paying off the remaining.
Well, that's only right. It's his surgery cost after all.
He admitted he'd been relying on me for money, thinking it was easy since I had it. But when he thought about whether he'd do the same if the roles were reversed, he realized he probably wouldn't.
Yeah, I probably couldn't either.
Exactly. Ashley, honey, you're a wonderful person. I respect you. You're the best wife I could have asked for. So about that compensation, could we reduce it a little?
You've got to be kidding me. In fact, Kathy, I'll be billing you for all the travel expenses, accommodations, and every penny you spent while we were abroad.
What? You said you'd cover everything, so that's why I went with you.
I was helping Ken, not you.
So how much are we talking about?
$20,000?
Unbelievable.
Brace yourself.
Come on, have some mercy. She doesn't have any money.
Why would that matter to me?
You've got plenty, don't you? Don't make such a fuss over this.
Not anymore.
Wait, what?
At first, I thought $250,000 would be more than enough, but Ken's travel and surgery drained nearly all of it. I'd hoped to save at least a little for the future.
You only had that much? 250 grand can disappear quickly, you know?
And how much did you think I had?
Well, I figured at least a few million. I thought if my wife was rich, I'd be set for life.
I wanted to keep that money as future education funds for our kids. But with Ken's life on the line, I had to use it, trusting him when he said he'd pay it back once he recovered. That money was a stroke of luck for me, and I plan to earn my own going forward, so I don't regret it at all.
You're truly incredible. Not everyone would pull that much money on the line for someone.
Oh, I don't need praise or gratitude. Just pay me back and finalize the divorce. I have no reason to stay with you any longer.
But I've made up my mind. I want to stay with you forever. Don't talk about divorce now.
Wait a minute. You told me we'd get married in 2 years after you divorced her. What are you doing changing your mind now?
I realized that I'd never meet someone as kind and honest as her again. Letting her go was the biggest mistake of my life.
Are you saying I'm a horrible person?
I don't even have to say it. Your shallowness and self-centered nature are exhausting.
How could you? That's how you really feel?
Could you two have your lovers spat somewhere else? I'm done here and I don't have time to waste listening to this.
Ashley, can't you reconsider? I see where I went wrong. Let's start fresh, please.
No, I have no interest in that whatsoever. Stop wasting my time. And with that, goodbye. My divorce with Tim was finalized, and I successfully claimed $25,000 in compensation. Now that I've taken the first step toward a new life, I feel my anxieties about the future starting to ease. Ken has also returned safely, and I heard he finalized his divorce too. He's recovered fully, looking healthier than ever, and works hard every day, making his payments back to me on time each month. Seeing him rebuild his life with his own strength has been inspiring. As for Tim and Kathy, it seems they've truly hit rock bottom since our separation. Tim couldn't shake his reckless spending habits and ended up dipping into his company's funds, leading to his arrest. He apparently tried to justify it as protecting his family, but no one was buying it. His selfish, irresponsible actions ultimately led to his own downfall. Meanwhile, Kathy tried to make fast money through sugar daddy arrangements, but her greed led to some serious tax evasion charges, resulting in her arrest. Her transparent calculations and relentless ambition likely drove people away until she found herself isolated. She may never be able to return to a grounded life. As for me, I've decided to pursue my dream of becoming a doctor and have enrolled in medical school. I truly believe it's never too late for a fresh start. Using my past experiences as fuel, I'm dedicating myself to a future where I can bring healing to others. Here's to new beginnings! Thank you for watching! Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video!